Okay, now are we live? Okay, now we're live. Oh, good. You missed all the stupid crap. Hey, welcome to the stream. I am living in the future and I learned how to schedule a stream. So hopefully people are enjoying that. I can see that there's 10 people here already, which is amazing. So let's keep doing this. Let me know if there's anything weird going on, if my audio is low or anything like that. I tried to increase my audio so that I can, because I know it was a little quiet last time. Yeah. All right. Work in progress Wednesday. Who's out there? I see there are, whoa, no, there are 5 concurrent viewers. People are jumping off this to go watch somebody else. If you're here, say hi. Happy to have you. If you've been tuning into the streams regularly, you know I've been working on this Krootox dude. And I feel like last week I was just doing this stuff on his. Here, let me get a better view of this. I feel like last week I was just working on his caterpillar sexy pecs here, but I hadn't done the legs yet, and then I was kind of agonizing over doing the legs because I didn't want to screw them up. Let's see. Let's get a little closer. So, oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. So I was agonizing over doing the legs because I didn't want to screw them up, but they turned out pretty well, I think. Of course, you can't see them because they're like pure white. But yeah, I just used a wire armature. I used some aluminum foil on them and got the general shape. Then reinforced that with some epoxy fix-it. I took my inspiration from the actual Krootox leg. So we can get those both in the frame. So you can kind of see how I lifted that as an inspiration. I know I said before I don't use reference photos, but reference models don't count, right? Yeah, you should totally use reference photos. Things turn out so much better when you use reference photos or reference models, so totally rip that off. But yeah, just with those legs alone, I feel like this guy looks like more of a model now, which I'm really happy about. So now I've got the rough shape of him. On tonight's stream, I'm probably going to sculpt in some definition on the legs to kind of get more of the shape to them that you see on the normal Krootox leg, and go from there. Is anyone actually out there? No one has commented, and things look weird. Let's see what's going on. How's my stream health? It is excellent. There's no data at 748. Okay, sure. Yeah, it's just weird that no one's commenting. Have I broken it? Let's see what YouTube is saying. If I strangely go on my own stream, can I do that? Yeah, the live stream. Do. Whoa. Oh my god, you guys are all chatting and I can't hear any of you. Oh wait, no. You chatted before. What the heck? No, seriously, I can't see the chat. Oh, YouTube, you're the worst. Hold on a sec. Let me find a crappy solution for this. I've got this, like, YouTube gives you this streaming video or streaming window to look at, and of course my streaming window is not showing me the chat because it's bust. But y'all are out there. Oh my god, there's so many people commenting. I'll be right there. One sec. Let me get a normal YouTube window open and ditch this stupid stream thing because apparently it's not working. When I do my normal stream, when I don't schedule it, when I'm a chump, the comments work fine. I can see them. But now, when I schedule it, oh, gotta mute myself. That's annoying. I, of course, can't see the chat now, which is stupid. Pop out chat. Let's do that. Nothing to see here. We popped out. It's a ninja. Oh my god, look at this. We got some technology here. Well, I'm glad you guys can see the stream. Wouldn't be a stream if I didn't spend the first 5 minutes figuring out what the hell's going on. Oh, look, there's all kinds of people here. What do you know? So Brother Pink will join us in a moment, so he'll save me from myself, which is excellent. So welcome to the stream now that I've found you all. David is good here. Jacob's here. Super Couch Bros. I don't know Super Couch Bros. Every time I see Pinky Guy revving up the stream. Super Couch Bros, I'm so... What the crap, YouTube? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh, is it because I'm watching my own stream? Maybe that's it. Let me turn this down to 0. One moment. Please ignore the chump who is trying to stream right now. Yeah, why is my chat not working? Anyway. Super Couch Bro, welcome to, oh, is Super Couch Bro, is that Krootox guy? Kajan's here, that's awesome. Apex, as in Apex Legends. Jacob's here. Let's all take a turn saying something nice about modern synthesis so he comes into something that makes him smile. Thanks, Super Couch Bro, you're super awesome. Oh, fuck you, bastard. You said I have a strong jawline. Now I know who you are. Alright, this is really enjoyable. Being motivated lately, it's fantastic to see someone who's sharing an enjoyable his hobby at the same time. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, I have been very motivated lately, particularly in that weird painting thing that I never used to do. I'm doing, like, crazy amounts of painting. Because the reality is that sculpting takes work and time, and painting, well, that's just quick. It's a lot easier to, like, duck into painting and then duck out of painting than it is to duck in and out of sculpting. Because, you gotta, like, mix up the putty, and, like, you're, like, messing around with it, and you don't get it that right. What else is going on here? Mark! Hello, Mark. You call me an old man? You bastard. Tom Wilson. Hi, I live in the UK. I've watched all the streams, but this is the first one I've been seen live. Oh, Tom! Glad to have you on the live stream. If you've seen all the streams, you know that every stream, I promise that I'm going to do a stream on the weekend, so that people in the UK don't have to stay up till ungodly o'clock to witness this. So, I think I'm going to do that the first weekend of November. I have this idea of doing like an all hobby weekend the first weekend in November. Like kind of like Extra Life, if you're familiar with Extra Life, but for modeling. But I'm probably not going to. I don't know if I'm going to raise money or whatever. But yeah, so the first weekend in November, hopefully you folks are around and you might be able to join a stream. Oh, Josh, now you're back. Now I can see you. Smooth stream, it wouldn't be pink if something didn't mess up. Tell me about sculpting requiring time. Okay, so I think I'm caught up on the chatties. Let's do some work. Although maybe Brother Pink is here now. He's getting set up. Call me when you're ready. Okay, what are people working on? Anyone in the chat, let me know what you're working on. Even if you're not like working WIP Wednesdaying right now. What are you working on in general? Like what hobby projects are you all about? Let's hear about that. Did that work? Tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on some Kroot. Oh man, this is maybe not gonna work. Hark! Is that Brother Pink? Hello, Brother Pink. You there?
Hey, yeah. You guys aren't working so great on my phone.
No? What's not working so great? The stream, or?
I think it's fine now. I think it was... No, I think it was something else. Anyways, we're good.
I'm not so good. I've got like this...
I'm late.
Oh, that's fine. I'm glad you're here. Oh, people are responding. Good. I've got this weird issue where I scheduled the stream this week, and like... YouTube is telling me that my stream status is poor. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's because I'm literally having to watch my own stream to see the comments. So if you can take over on watching comments, that would be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing was that when I called you, I had the sound on your video, and it was like, I could hear myself calling you. Usually we're like a minute out.
Oh, delayed?
Or whatever, but we're not.
Oh, I wonder if there's no delay. Well, hold on, because... Where's the... I've got my own stream open. Because I wonder if because I did like a schedule, if it's like... no, I think it's slightly delayed for me.
Okay, can I start going through the comments?
Can you please? Because then I can close the video and maybe it won't be bust anymore.
I'm going to start from Tom Wilson. Hi, I live in the UK. I've watched all the streams, but this is the first time I've seen live. I saw your vlog many years ago and occasionally check back there to see your progress. Alright.
That's Tom Wilson?
Is, yeah.
Thanks for joining the stream, Tom. Live. I'm glad you could make it. Like I was saying before, I think that we're going to do a Europe time stream one of these days. So hopefully you'll be able to make that. Hopefully I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for the first weekend in November, so like November 7th, 8th. That weekend. So hopefully I can hook that up, and it'll be easier for all you guys to join. But thanks for checking on the blog. I feel like I don't know if anyone ever checks the blog, so I'm happy to hear that, because every so often I remember I should be posting on there. But if you're on Instagram, Hobby Instagram, that's where I'm most active, in case you want to follow me on there.
But I guess, like, when you post something on the blog, like, I know, what the hell's that really famous blog guy? I know. Sorry, I'm gonna read some more stuff. Mark said I should be doing my Kroot, but Bolt Action has taken over.
Bolt Action?
Nice.
Oh, I think Roberto Cirillo does some concept art for Bolt Action, but I might be wrong. That's awesome.
Jacob Foster says, I don't know if he's talking to you, I messaged you on Discord about your flubs, boyo.
I think that was Dave. Yeah, he might have been messaging me on Discord about my flubs.
Still working on a Krootover Kroot mount. That's Kajan Kroot mount.
Nice.
David Hills, I was working on the purple Kroot. Oh, I like his purple Kroot, but have picked up for the evening. Have packed up for the evening. My God, I can't read.
That's okay.
Or that David Hills, he's packed up working on his purple Kroot.
Yeah.
Orn Im says hello from Mexico. New to the channel and just starting in sculpting part of the hobby.
Awesome. Who's that? What's the name?
Ornim.
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 Welcome.
N-I-M.
Welcome, Ornim. Good to have you.
Does Ornim have an Instagram we can check out?
Yeah, Ornim, do you have like a hobby Instagram? I know if you're just new to sculpting, maybe you're not posting on Instagram, but if you do, share your hobby Instagram so we can check that out.
Kajan said, finish the armor plates, add it to spikes, finish the Kroot rifle. That's Kajan.
Nice. Kajan, you better hurry up, man. Krootober is almost over.
Manzak says, hey man.
Oh, Manzak's here.
I haven't had time to look through my bits box. Too busy with work, but I'm certain to have 2 or 3 cloaks.
That's awesome, Manzak. Thank you.
Right now, the only time I can do work on hobby is at work, and I have no time at work to work on hobby.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but I got a butt ton of Goliaths now. I have 20.
20? Holy shit, man. All Goliaths or those like forge-born, whatever, the baby Goliaths?
None of that new stuff. Just four sprues of the original release for Goliath. Anyways, John says he has the torso roughed in. That's Kajan. Nick Tregido.
Oh, Nick! That's Colonel. Not Colonel. That's Cord Hall.
What's the last name?
He's on the Too Many Nicks podcast with me.
Tregido.
He's Necron Nick. You can just call him Necron Nick.
Necron Nick. Joshua Orneleas, it says, sorry, I'm back. Nick Trigligio says, I was working on a Var Gulf conversion after finishing my Custodes neck. Mark says, British Airborne tonight's flavor. I see. There's a plastic sprue. I think it's a German plastic sprue from Bolt Action that I really, really want. There's like one guy on this wicked pose, and I'd love to kind of use the smaller scale, put him on a Warhammer base, give him a Warhammer gun, and make everybody cry. Kajan says, I don't think I will get it all done by the end of the week, but I have been putting as much time into it as I can.
That's good.
Of course I could stop watching now and go work on them now.
Why don't you work on it while you're watching, man? That's what we're supposed to do here. Bring your stuff and let's work together.
Our friend from Mexico, Ornim, says, I don't have an Instagram yet. I'm thinking on opening one once I do something I'm happy with. That's a good call, Ornim.
That is a good call.
My Instagram moves at a glacial pace because I don't want to post anything until it's painted.
Oh, yeah, you need to post more.
Yeah.
So, if anyone, for the folks who are joining the stream for the first time, I just mixed up some green stuff that I'm going to sculpt with. You can see the yellow and blue here, the Neatitite standard green stuff that you might be familiar with. The other stuff that I use here is epoxy sculpt. That's I don't have the thing anymore. APOXIE, epoxy sculpt. It's made by Aves. And I combine that with my green stuff because epoxy sculpt is cheaper than green stuff. And because it makes it softer, but it doesn't like eliminate any of the like stretchiness of green stuff. So that's what I mixed up here. And it's just like 1-to-1. Aves epoxy sculpt works just like green stuff. So nothing fancy. It's just, it has a little bit of silt, so I keep water here to be able to clean my hands when I need to. Yeah, so just put it back on my... Did you see my cool whiteboard that I used to store my putty? Boyo?
No, I didn't see it.
I posted it in like my story. I have all my putty in these containers. They're spice containers, and they've got magnets on the back. And I used to have a bar fridge beside my desk, but then I got responsible and put some desks, some drawers beside my desk. So I had nothing to magnet these to, but then I just got a whiteboard to magnet them to. So it's right beside me, and I've got all my putty arrayed on the whiteboard, like some kind of sculpting nerd. And then the other thing for anyone who's new, on the back of my hand, you can see some white stuff. That's Nivea cream, just like moisturizing cream, nothing fancy, the plain stuff. And I use that because you just need a little bit of oil on your tools to keep the green stuff from sticking to your tools. Not a lot. And the good thing about this is it's water-based, so it just dries, and you don't even have to wash the models after, like you would if you were using an oil or something like that. Yeah, so I like it a little better than using water to moisten my tools.
Can I read a little bit more of the chat?
Sure.
Tom Wilson says, I've been working on some Necrons, also got a friend's old 40k collection. I've been working through it to what he gave me. Highlight of the bunch was 4 Necron monoliths and a ton of Necron destroyers.
Oh my god, like the original I kind of want an original monolith. I don't know if they're hard to get or if they're cheap.
They're pretty cool. They're the exact same size as the new ones.
No, they're not. The new ones are larger.
They are.
No, you're a liar.
I've seen a side-by-side comparison. They're
Are
the same
you
size.
kidding? That's impossible.
No?
The new one costs $200 Canadian. The old one costs $60.
Sorry, Peter Hampstead. Actually, you guys might be able to help here. I'm looking for pics of an old Golden Demon winning diorama, Chris Blair's Lictor. It's one of my favorite conversions, but the only pic I have is in my 3rd edition codex.
Wait, have you been on the Golden Demon site? Is it there? Do you know about the Golden Demon site?
Tell us.
It's called the... Actually, they have a Instagram account too. It's called the Golden Demon Compendium. Actually, that's the Instagram site, but then there's a golden... Oh god, what is it? Hold on, let me look it up. There's a website that tracks all the old Golden Demon entries. Golden Demon... Let's see what comes up. Official site, don't want that. Oh yeah, unofficial Golden Demon website. It's the second thing that comes up when you search Golden Demon. The URL is Demon Winner Free. Oh, sorry, demonwinner.free.fr. And these guys update... What the hell? They update... you can go by different location, and then you can go by year. And it looks like they go back... Oh, man, some of them go back to 2002. Whoa, 2000. Yeah, they go back as far... Oh, 98. This is the part where I need Jacob to have shown me how to set up my computer. Oh my god, how do they have Golden Demon Canada 1991? What is that even?
Kajan is directing them towards your Warp Shadows gallery on your blog.
What? Oh, I don't...
Nicholas Trigadigio says, I use spare kitchen tile to keep my green stuff putties separate from my cutting mat.
That's smart, Nick. That's smart, because what I do is I get crap on here, and then I get crap on here. And then the other thing I do is I keep my lube on the back of my hand, and then I wind up with little tiny hairs in my putty, and I'm like, where did that come from? And it came from the back of my hand.
Yeah, and then Nicholas says keeping the cream on the tile. That's a good idea.
Oh, well, then you have rough hands, man.
Got another 17-bit build. What's Mark working on?
Is that the bolt action? Is Mark working on the bolt action?
Bolt action. British Airborne. He's got, I think, 8 done. He needs to do 17 more. Yikes.
Just airbrush them.
He's a saliva because he's an animal. I just do water.
Manzak, you are an animal. That's disgusting.
Kajan says you can get a silicone baking mat. I have one of those to put over your cutting mat. It's a bit more compact than a tile. I use my silicone baking mat for terrain when I want to put glue around the terrain, or I want to put sand around the edge of the terrain. I put the terrain on the silicone mat, put glue around the edge, and then sprinkle the sand into the glue, and then it doesn't stick and it doesn't warp, and it's amazing.
Smart.
Sorry.
Look at you.
Salivia. So,
Saliva?
working on a Krootox?
Yeah, so I've kind of gotten a lot farther from how I was last week. Like last week I had this thing detached, And then the legs weren't there yet. I was really worried about making the legs. But then I just kind of decided that I needed to suck it up, and I looked really closely at the existing Krootox to model the leg positioning after that. So now I just need to rough it in.
All these weeks on the arm muscles and
Yeah, it's a bit stupid.
you really cannot see them.
This is welcome to sculpting. Welcome to how Mr. Pink sculpts. I'll sculpt things and I'll just like sculpt over them. And yeah, well, no, I didn't spend time on the arm muscles. These parts were here before. I spent some time on this, but this is revealed. Like I thought about putting like a big Tyranid armor plate here. I'm like, no. I spent so much time on that. And I don't know if you can see it, but little Cloak is still there. I got to sculpt a little bit of something in there to cover that.
Peter found his Lictor pick.
Did you find it on the Golden Demon site? Where'd you find it, Peter?
So instead of a dick pic, it's a lick pic.
What was your euphemism for dick pics?
It's hog photog.
Hog photog, I like it.
And instead of peeping Tom, it's a scouting Tom.
So what I'm doing right now is I added these Tyranid armor plates. Once I had the legs on him, he started to feel more real, so I really got inspired to add some extra stuff to him. So I glued the arm shield on. I added another piece here because that didn't look like enough shield. I gave him the Carnifex head, and I does anyone else here? I want to get your guys' opinion on something. If I can get you to look at your camera for a second, I'm gonna give you an extreme close up on this dude's head. Actually, let's get a little more light in here. When you look at his head and you look at like where his Kroot beak is, and you see the like skull there, and then the like lower beak. I left just like the front teeth in the Carnifex mouth because I didn't want to like obscure too much of his Kroot beak. Does anyone else from the front think that he looks kind of like Kroot Adolf Hitler? Like a little, he's got a little Carnifex mustache right under where his nose, right around where his nose should be. I'm like, oh god, did I make Kroot Adolf Hitler? I don't know. It's kind of freaking me out. So leave your comments in the chat on whether you think it's inappropriate, whether I'd be able to use this miniature in Germany or something. Thanks, man.
That is really cool.
That's good because I remember we I don't know if you were on that stream where I held up the Krootox head that I had, and I was like, oh, does this work for the body? And people were like, oh no, it's too small. And I think the problem was that I was mounting it too low and I was mounting it too close to the body. And then with the Carnifex helmet skull on top, it kind of makes it look a little bigger.
What the hell's going on? The conversation is popping off. Tom Wilson has 2 cats, so he finds tiny hairs everywhere. Like Adam, he sculpts much stuff no one will ever see.
What?
Peter,
like Adam, what was that?
Peter Hampson found it on the Golden Demon site.
Nice.
Nicholas is saying that, like Adam, you sculpt so much stuff that no one will ever see.
Yes, agreed. And I hate that shit. I'm always... do you remember when I was sculpting the inside of this friggin' thing? And I made sure to sculpt a whole bunch of it, and like all you can see is that, and like a little bit there. So that... Oh, wait, we can see a little bit here. But I'm going to put in some straps to cover that up.
The one way you're helping yourself, though, is that when you go to paint it, you're not going to get stuck with this area where you're like, fuck, this looks dumb. You're like, okay, yeah. I can still see what I'm supposed to be... Like, it kind of guides your painting when you're painting.
Thanks for giving me some kind of excuse to waste all that time. Oh, God. I keep... Oh, frig. I keep trying to glue him to the base, but he's not staying. Oh, goddamn. I did pin him. He's got pins in his feet, but the pins are, like, on a weird angle. And I think the glue is, like... I don't friggin' know. It's been pissing me off.
Well, you can do what I do. Just use multiple glues.
I tried that. The thing is that I want to glue him to his base for long enough that I can work on him and like hold on to the base, but then I want to pop him off to put him on like a scenic base.
Well, part of the problem is that you're gluing him onto that base. That base isn't a very good holding thing. It's pretty thin or whatever. Like I use this. I think it's called Delrit. It's about the thickness of a base, but it's...
Oh, it's plastic. You know what? I should just go back to like the old school like shove him in a piece of foam thing that I used to do.
Yeah. It's just so not there. Sorry, I've got to read some more. The chat went somewhere. I don't know what they're talking about. Kajan says, I thought he looked like one of the alien cartoon characters I saw on Saturday.
No, maybe they're talking about my Adolf guy. I asked that question, remember?
Right.
So do they think he looks like Adolf or not?
Just Googled it.
That's a good name. I like that.
I want to know.
Does anyone think he looks like Adolf? I can't see the comments. I feel blind.
Ornim just started sculpting. I want to know what Ornim is working on. What he's sculpting.
Oh yeah, me too.
Things he sculpts.
Let us know, Ornim.
Well, then you say it, because no one can hear me. You gotta repeat what I say.
Oh, they can't? Ornim, what are you working on? What are you sculpting? You just started sculpting. Tell us what you're working on. I can put you closer to the mic. I don't know what... There we go.
No. I just like having you parrot what I say.
I don't want to parrot what you say, so they can definitely hear you now.
So also did you finish that gun beast off stream or
No. What? Still working on the damn gun beast. It'll never be done. I have a plan.
It looks pretty much done.
Yeah, you say that, but I have a plan to do a bunch of Tyranid stuff in November. I'm going to call it, because someone suggested on the stream, Nom Nid November or something like that. Nid Nom November. Anyway.
Okay.
So just as I was mostly working on Kroot in October, I'm going to mostly be working on Tyranids in November, and I have some big plans. One of them being finish that damn gun beast.
Gun beast. As I said, don't think he looks like Adolf, but rather like a character on the TV show But Ugly Martians.
Okay, that's good.
Like, you won't see a mustache when it's white, when it's the same color as the skull.
You're right.
No. You'll be fine.
So I was going to say that, I think I plugged it on the other stream, but in case I didn't, this head that I'm adding on here, the blue one, is done by Felix the Crazy on Instagram. He does a lot of Kroot 3D sculpting and printing. So he printed this for me.
With Teeth just joined us.
Hey, With Teeth, welcome. Good to have you, buddy.
Oh, the idea was Nom Nom November.
Yes. But I went with Nid Nom November because got to make it clear it's Tyranids.
Why? You could not discriminate. Anything that goes non.
Wait, whose idea was that? Did the person who suggested that?
You could hop back to Kroot if you really want to, because technically they're a nom nom race.
You're right. They eat a lot of stuff.
And the guy working on Bold Action, he could work on something from Vietnam. Then it would be nom nom November.
Nice. Well played.
Thank you. Bloody hell.
So what are you working on when you get to work on Hobby at work?
So I still got these, well, I took, the original reason why I bought these Goliaths was I wanted to make kind of Goliath-based scouts.
Yeah, I think...
And then they changed the rules on scouts, and I was like, nah, in the garbage,
man.
I don't like you anymore.
So the scouts they're elite now or something, right?
Yeah, it's not so bad, but it's kind of a kick in the pants. Sorry. It doesn't look like Hitler. Better start adding loads of dead Nids and Genestealer cult to his crons. That's Nicholas Tricadigio. Ornim says, I'm trying to do an Ophanim, one of those Old Testament angels. They're actually, the Ophanim, they're in a Horus Heresy book too. There's a race called what are those things called? Ophanim? Nephilim. They're called Nephilim.
Nephilim, right? Yeah.
There's in one of the 30K books, the Nephilim appear, and they're kind of cool. They're enslaving people. They have a way of enslaving humans with their voice or something. But that's really cool. Sculpting Nephilim. Ophanim.
But maybe is he sculpting them for Horus Heresy? Is he sculpting them for his own purposes?
No, I think Ornim is just... Oh, that's not me. That's Ornim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, With Teeth. Hey, Joshua says, let's all say something nice about With Teeth to make him smile. I don't understand this.
What?
They have impressive calf muscles. Hey, Mr. Pink, Lady B here. That's Simsy. Lady B here. Hope you're well, man. Who's Simsy?
What? Lady B?
Lady B?
I don't know who
Mr. Pink, Lady B here.
Who's Lady B?
I don't know. Simsy. S-I-M-S-Y.
S-I-M-S-Y. I don't know who Simsy is.
With Teeth.
My friends randomly, like my non-Warhammer friends will randomly show up, and I don't really always track who they are.
Simsy's got kids now, always busy, but it's good. Oh, it's for D&D. Ornim is sculpting for D&D. Cool, man.
Nice.
Very cool. Lady B Miniatures from Instagram is Simsy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in 2 days, you're gonna put down your Kroot. When does October end? 3 days.
Saturday is the 31st.
Okay.
So that is when I'm going to put down my Kroot, and then I have to judge Krootoberfest. Because myself and, I think he's still here, Josh. I don't know if Josh is still in the chat.
Cindy says, haha, don't expect you to remember. Ooh. But hello anyways.
I maybe remember. Are you in Australia?
That's a good shot. That's a good dart throw there.
No, I feel like there was someone who I was talking to about from Australia who may have been Lady B.
Are you in the Eastern Hemisphere?
Are you on the planet Earth?
If your base is loose, use the handle.
Yeah,
that
but
could be like a sex tip. If your base is loose,
hold on.
use
Hold
the
on.
handle.
I'm gonna try and find a piece of foam. So I think that'll work for this guy.
Don't use foam. Don't use foam.
Quiet, you.
It's not gonna work. I'm the one who said the thing about the calves. Oh, she is in Australia. Ooh, getting closer. Get closer. Cindy, if you can hear me, what do you do? Not what do you do, but like what kind of miniatures are you into? Or no miniatures at all? Ooh, she's in the Southern Hemisphere. I sculpt something for Nids. Simsy, if you're in Australia, you should check out, what is it called? Something kangaroo. Shit. There's a guy in Australia that casts mech warrior miniatures in pewter, and he sells them on eBay, and they're really sweet.
What if she's not into mech warrior?
You just buy one. Just one hit.
Do it for Brother Pink.
Nah, whatever. With Teeth says, I'll sculpt something Nid for November.
Do
what
it.
Should I sculpt to? Ooh.
What? What was
What
that?
should he sculpt? What should With Teeth sculpt?
With Teeth, you should sculpt a lictor.
What is he? No, With Teeth, you should sculpt a... What are the little snake... the big snake guys called?
Trigon?
A Trigon, but the Trigon is actually a flying monstrous creature with a tail hanging below it.
Ooh, I like that.
Do
you know what I'm sculpting for mid-November?
What?
Can you guess?
The thing you don't talk about?
No, not the thing I don't talk about. We don't talk about the thing we don't talk about. Why would we talk about the thing we don't... Why would I sculpt that? No, something from my past.
Disembodied voice. I'm a miniature painter. I paint mostly 3D printed minis. Well, you can go to noise. Anyways, Trigadigio says on. What is Trigadigio talking about? I bought a load of cheap wine cork, and I just glued the base on and used that as a sculpting handle. Yeah, cork is pretty good. Yeah.
The problem is his pins. I cut his pins to put in the base, so they're not long enough to put in anything else.
Cynthia says, I spoke to Mr. Pink on the 28th of November 2019 on Instagram. That's why he doesn't remember.
Oh my god.
He says Lictor. Lictor?
I vote for Lictor as well.
Lictor, what are the Carnifex?
Oh, what am I doing? Or what are we trying to vote on with teeth?
Simsy wants to know if I have a name. I'm Mr. Pink's brother. Brother Pink.
We say your name? Sometimes we say your name.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm in Australia. I'm not in Australia. Where am I? In Japan.
You're close to Australia. Yes, Brother Pink is my brother, Craig. And he is the reason that I got into 40K. Because if you...
He says he thinks it's Kajan. I wish.
Oh no, Kajan was supposed to be the disembodied voice. Because we weren't sure if you could make it.
I stole his spot.
No, Kajan's got some stuff that might take him away from the call, so better to not.
No worries. Hey, Bro Pink, lol. Just keep it as Bro Pink. Yeah, but it's confusing because he's Mr. Pink and I'm Brother Pink, and it's just... Okay, whatever.
Also, I don't like you being defined by me.
Oh! No, With Teeth should sculpt a Biovore.
Oh god, really?
Why not? Don't buy one, make one.
Yeah? Oh, that's a good point. Make a better one.
Joshua Ornea says, what Tyrannid Biomorph do you want me to fuse to a Kroot for November? Ooh, the spikes in the arms.
What? What are you talking
Do you
about?
remember those pictures of some dude did an illustration of flesh hooks coming out of like along the bottom of an arm, like 3 flesh hooks shooting out of the bottom of an arm.
By some dude,
I always
you
thought those
mean
were
by some dude you mean Roberto Cirillo, our God and Savior?
Yes. That is the coolest biomorph I've ever seen.
I would vote for, if you want to add a Tyranid organism onto a Kroot. I love flesh borers. I can't explain why. I really love flesh borers, so I'd vote for flesh borers.
No, flesh hooks.
No, I vote for flesh borers.
Boo.
Okay, no, I was asking you a question, buddy. Don't get
Not
distracted.
biomorph. Bioform.
Craig,
Not biomorph. Yeah.
don't get distracted. I was asking you a question.
Sorry.
I wanted you to guess what I want to do for mid-November. It's something from my past that I want to return to.
But instead of having the gun mounted on the back, it's mounted as a penis.
You and your damn cock guns. I'm so tired of you and your penis guns. There was a guy recently who had a penis gun on something, and I thought of you. What was it?
Nice.
I want to say it was a Necron penis gun, but I can't really remember. It might have been a Tyranid penis gun.
Okay, think about this. Our Lord and Savior. Oh God, what was the guy who did the Tyranid biomorphs? The alien bio.
Roberto?
Whatever they're called. No, the actual artist before Roberto from Switzerland, famous artist. Did aliens
are you talking
design...
about Geiger?
Yeah, Geiger. Think about Geiger. Wouldn't Geiger want a Tyranid to have a giant penis gun?
Geiger would probably want a Tyranid to have a giant penis gun. You're right.
Think about the jockey. Isn't he just sitting in a
The
chair with
jockey is a
massive
giant erection. Yes, you're right.
Okay, sorry, I gotta read some stuff.
No, you need to answer my
Peter
question.
Hansen.
Stop.
I don't know. I did. Penis biovore.
No, it's something from my past. It's something that I worked on before that I want to revisit.
Something from your past that you want to revisit. Like gene stealers that are Eldar and Orc.
Oh shit, that's a good
aliens.
guess. That's a good guess, but not the right thing.
Okay. Now can I go back to reading comments?
Don't give it. I want to tell the story, jackass.
Okay, let me finish the comments and you tell the story.
God
Not
damn.
sculpting, modeling,
You're the
whip,
worst.
but I need to draw more nits. That's Peter Hebson. Last thing I drew was my old one. I got a new idea for a creature. Artillery beast with overdeveloped cluster spines as a main weapon. That's
Yes,
what you're
I
doing.
love it.
You're doing the guy with the big boar, the big hive on his back.
What?
You made like a Carnifex, and on his back was this like big boar of hive of
Oh yeah, that
boars
was
or
the
something.
that
It's
was
like,
the prototype for the Tyrannifex. That was when like I got told what the Tyrannifex was before there was a Tyrannifex in the Codex, and someone was like, "Why don't you try making a creature like this?" And I made that guy. But
Kajan says a Trevagon Kroot giving birth to more Kroot soldiers.
oh, that's interesting.
Zoanthrope has been questioned. Why hasn't someone made a hideous beehive style Nid
Because it would be
that
hideous.
launches a bunch of flesh-eating Nid bees? Drone, done and done. I guess I'll make something hideous. Dominatrix. Stinger Hive is a weapon carried by the T-Fex, so I think they don't want insect as it could be confused with Nurgle. You're going to work on the coconut launcher guy. You're going to finish the coconut launcher guy.
Oh man, I should finish the coconut launcher guy. You're right. But no, that's not the answer.
That'll be an easy one.
I'm gonna redo something that I already finished.
Oh, fuck. Your old one-eye.
Damn right.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna redo Hell. But I'm gonna do
Nice.
it right this time.
What do you mean, right?
I don't know. I got pretty good on that first one, which is one of like the first things I ever sculpted, but it wasn't close enough. So I'm gonna go back to the sketch.
Are you going to harness the memories and use that old plumber's putty that you started with?
Oh god damn, I should just for lulz. Oh, that was horrible stuff. It got so hot when you tried to sculpt with it.
Yeah, that's
Did you ever use it?
Stinger Hive. You made a Carnifex with a Stinger Hive on its
Yes,
back.
I did.
It was enormous. That was cool.
That was literally, Craig, that was the Tyrannifex. So I got an inside intel. Someone who was close to the studio was feeding me intel about the new Tyranids and was like, hey, why don't you try converting something like this? And they described the Tyrannifex to me. So I started making that Carnifex as a proto-Tyrannifex before I knew what it was.
What are those called? DYX-Clid or something?
What?
Dixclid?
What are you talking about?
It's a that's with teeth. What are those called? Deoxyclid or something?
Are you talking about a Tyranid creature? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I love those old school resin nibs.
The Dactylus? Is that what we're talking about?
That's it. Dactylus.
That was the Spore Chucker.
Simsy wants more information on putty getting hot.
Putty getting hot? Oh, it was plumber's putty. It was horrible stuff that you use for fixing sinks. And it's like a chemical reaction. It's an epoxy thing where you mix it together and there's a chemical reaction. The chemical reaction gets it going, but it gets it going way too much. Like it's hot to the point where it almost burns your hands.
Coconut thrower. Yeah, the coconut thrower.
Coconut chucker. Oh, God, I gotta get back to that. The coconut chucker.
Yeah. Were you gonna keep that element where you could that negative space all the way through?
What?
Because when you made it, you used those cool tubes, and it had that kind of hole.
Those tubes that you need to get me more of, dude. I haven't forgotten that you haven't gone looking for those tubes yet.
I don't know. I don't think they even exist anymore. We don't live in that world, dude. Things don't need that many wires anymore.
It's Japan. Are you kidding me? Did Kotatsu suddenly become wireless?
Yeah, they phased out fax machines last week, so
bullshit.
They don't need them anymore.
You're lying. Are you joking? That's a good joke.
They are phasing out fax. That's the new prime minister's thing, is that he wants to phase out fax.
Oh my God! You have a new prime minister.
Yeah.
I've not been paying close enough attention. What's his name?
I don't know, but he's from Hokkaido, I think. He's a farmer.
Bullshit.
He used to be a farmer. So
That's
he's
amazing.
the only prime minister that isn't like the son of an older prime minister.
Wow. Wait, Abe was the son of an older prime minister?
Yeah, I think so. Like everybody in this country who's in politics has a parent who is in politics. It's Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, Forrest Brighton made it.
Forrest Bright! Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Even though I can't see you right now. Oh, I feel like I need to be drinking a beer for Forrest Bright. What?
She says, is this a Birdman, what you're working on?
This is called a Kroot. Yes, it's a kind of Birdman.
Tomorrow?
Sorry? I'm not loving the neck on this side, unfortunately.
I don't.
This is getting a little
also because they're black.
fussy.
Can't really write on them. Just get them in the bags and just boom, drop them. You know what happens to the neck.
Brother Pink is talking to his coworkers. I should probably turn that down.
Good point. But how are you gonna write on the left?
All right, this is really weird because even when Brother Pink's helping me with the comments, I still look at your guys' comments, and it really bothers me that I can't see them. So this is pissing me off that YouTube has shat the bed, and I don't know if that's because I set it to schedule or what the deal is, but it's really pissing me off.
Oh shit.
So I'll have to do some experimentation to see if I can fix that, so I can actually see your comments, because I don't think it likes it when I have YouTube open while streaming on YouTube. But yes, we're definitely going to do a weekend stream. I know I've been promising that since friggin' September or earlier. To my credit, I tried to do it, and then my internet failed me because I was at that cabin. But yeah, we'll do a weekend stream. I'm planning for the first weekend in November. Just got to confirm it with the old Norn Queen to make sure that it's okay. And if all goes well, we can do a stream probably on, I don't know, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe I'll do 2. Maybe I'll do 4. And that'd be a good time to get a lot of Tyranid stuff in. Also, as I reflected before, we should do a stream where I ask you for your suggestions of what you want to learn to sculpt. And then we do just like a request stream where it's purely how to sculpt, not me working on random birdmen. And oh no! Oh no! So earlier today, I sculpted feet on this guy. That was part of the reason I glued him to the base. And I thought the putty was cured. The putty is not cured. And I've gone and fucked them up. Of course, the part I fucked up is just the toenails, because they're the most weak part. Oh god, I hate myself. I did these feet, which I'm not actually that proud of, and now the putty wasn't cured. Of course it wasn't, because I used a combination of green stuff and epoxy clay, and that sometimes takes more time to cure, and I just shoved my hand in it. Fuck, I hate myself. Oh, God. I'm gonna keep holding him on the base and hope that I didn't... No, I don't want to go back and sculpt this again. Oh, I hate myself. I should just give up on the neck. As we talked about before, this is something no one's ever going to see. Okay, screw it. I'm opening YouTube again because I can't stand not being able to see all y'all. Where's YouTube? Oh, fuck. Let's see. Can I get this? Your channel. Get me some comments. What are we saying? There are 15 people watching. That's awesome. I don't want to watch an ad. Goddamn, I hate you, YouTube. 4, 3, 2. Oh, I can already see the comments. Do you go by Mr. Pink here or Modern Synthesis or MS? For Sprite, I go by Modern Synthesis. You can call me Mr. Pink. You can call me whatever. I like Sin. Joshua, what are you talking about? I came here for fun, positivity, and your smooth voice, not this self-loathing bullshit. What are you talking? Talking about me being crap? You're talking about me complaining about screwing up my own sculpting job? Is this what we're talking about there, Josh? I wonder if I can... Oh, I can pause the stream and I can still see the comments. Okay, that's good. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't kill my own bandwidth. Oh, Necron Nick, I missed you. Good night, buddy. Okay, Forest Sprite, Birdman, have a good stream. Thanks, Nick. Forest, have you got your gin yet? David, I've not gotten my gin yet. Everyone say something nice about Forest Sprite to make them smile. Oh, Josh, this is you being ridiculous. Josh, why are you so crazy? Crude are sort of birdmen, and what's those things with the quills called? Oh, porcupine. So yeah, Crude are kind of like half birdmen, half porcupines, with a few quills. Forest Sprite, I hope you're talking to me about that beer. Bird, porcupine, aliens that can eat other aliens. They have those pre-feathered blah blah blah. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and still get your comments. So yeah, on here I mostly go by Mr. Pink, Forest Sprite. Sometimes Craig will call me Nick. I don't ever go by Synth. Sin is kind of badass though. Yep, proto feather in this case, specifically single filaments, no fancy. Right, Joshua? I can't even keep track of what's going on in the comments anymore. David, I've not gotten my gin yet. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, now I'm caught up. Back to sculpting. So yeah, Forest Sprite, for your benefit, people have kind of answered it in the chat, but Kroot are birdmen, part porcupines, where they don't... Oh, I'll show you a Kroot. I need to have one that's kind of normal looking. I have no Kroot that are normal looking. Okay, here's one that's abnormal looking. So this is a Kroot dude, and you can see he's got these like quill things sticking out of his head, so that's kind of porcupine-ish. But they have beaks, so that's kind of birdish. But then they also have like little quills sticking out of their arms and stuff. So it looks like they look like birds that lost all their feathers, except for the quills on their heads. And instead of feathers, they have quills and they got beaks. But their whole thing is that they're these funky aliens that can kind of steal evolutionary benefits from people when they eat them. And apparently they have a second brain in their stomach, so they can like read your mind when they eat your brain. I don't know, weird alien dudes. Anyway, so these guys are all Kroot, and this is a really big Kroot. So this is called a Krootox, and this was like the biggest Kroot they ever made before. And it's kind of like a horse that another Kroot guy rides around on with a gun. So I wanted to make my own Krootox, but you can see that my guy's a little bigger than this guy. Oh, where's the video? Hold on, I gotta rearrange my video, my windows. So you can see that this is the inspiration for the guy I'm working on now, and this is the guy that I'm working on now. So he's a little bigger than his little brother, and that's called scale creep, and that's how I roll. But his deal is that he killed a bunch of big monsters, and he stole all their armor, and now he's using that for his own armor. So I think I'm done roughing in his neck because I kind of brought his head out a bit. I just got to clean up the back, and this is really annoying because I wish he was stuck to this base, but he's not. And David, very good suggestion that I could use the painting handle. However, the pins are very small. Well, they're thick, but they're not very long, and this is very flexible wire, so I worry that I might reef on it too hard with the painting handle, but maybe I should try. Maybe it'll save my life. Right now it's holding my lictor head for my creepy mandrake dude, so I'll get that out of there. It changed biovore to herbivore on me? That's pretty hilarious. Okay. Okay, let's get this out of here. So this is actually... This dude is supposed to be wearing a lictor cloak, and the lictor is actually still supposed to be alive while he's wearing it. So this head is going to go right here, and it's going to be on his shoulder and kind of like waving around over his arm. It'll be pretty cool once it's all together. Oh, okay. But I need a new chuck for this thing because those pins are big. Let's see. Where are my chucks at? So this is the painting handle that David made for me. Pretty cool. Just got to switch that up to a bigger one. Oh, there's a big one. Sent me a bunch of different chucks for different sized pins. Let's see if the handle can save me this time. Also, while we're talking about painting handles... Oh wait, I got nerdy and I wanted to try and magnetize my painting handles so that they could stick to my whiteboard. This one doesn't work. Magnet's not big enough. But it will stick to like the steel conduit above my whiteboard. However, this magnet, ta-da! It sticks. I don't know if I trust putting a model on this and sticking it to the whiteboard, but that could be fun. Oh, do I have a Space Marine on a base? Ah, Space Marine. Who cares about a Space Marine? So stick them on here. And then, oh, I don't think that needs to be that wide. And then stick them on the whiteboard. Oh, I don't trust it. That could fall very easily. Oh, but it is staying to my little conduit. That's kind of cool. Magnetize your handles. And it sits pretty much flat with a skinny magnet like that. So that's kind of cool. Okay, right. I was switching my handle. What are folks saying? Oh, Peter Hampson's here. Good to see you, Peter. Are you back? Are you talking to me? Okay, I don't think you're talking to me. I think you're talking to your work people. So maybe this will work? Let's see what happens. I'm really terrified I'm going to break these pens, but... Okay. Well, that kind of works. Look at that! Got a handle. Big pink handle. It's not a sex toy, I swear to God. What are people saying? Okay, as for what I'm sculpting, so big stuff is kind of beyond my time scales and resource at the moment, but I can do a lictor for a horrible biovore hive monster. With teeth, I think you should do a lictor. That was my initial vote, and Brother Pink said biovore, and he's not here, so you should do a lictor. Everyone's voting for lictor. Oh, Josh knows everything about Kroot. Yeah, if anyone wants to know about Kroot, ask Josh, because he is literally that Kroot guy on Instagram, so he can tell you all about Kroot. Shame Krootober is nearly over. I'd suggest a Narlock as a centerpiece. Peter, don't worry, man. I'm doing a Narlock. There is a Narlock sitting over there that I need to get to. Although this guy's going to be kind of centerpiece-ish. He's going to be pretty cool. So I will be getting to a Narlock eventually, just not right now. This was good. Like, Krootoberfest has been really good for me. I've been on a Kroot tear. I started the Kroot project when we were going to go to Adepticon, and we were going to do the Siege of Petch takeover of Adepticon, and then Adepticon got cancelled because of COVID, and I got kind of depressed about the whole Kroot thing. Well, I also got depressed about the whole Kroot thing because I was not going to finish my Kroot force for Adepticon. I was way woefully behind. So I was like any time that I wasn't at work, I was doing like crazy amounts of Kroot, and I was rushing. Like I was rushing like crazy. I've got almost a whole squad of Scourges that I built in like a day, and I feel like I didn't do as good a job as I could have done on them because I was literally like, I need to get this done and primed and painted before Adepticon because it's in like 4 or 5 weeks. So anyway, I got burnt out on Kroot because I was trying so hard to finish that stuff for Adepticon, and then I was a little bit disappointed because like Adepticon wasn't happening. So I just shelled my Kroot like literally since March, and I hadn't done much with them. But with Joshua, who's in the chat here, and so that Kroot guy and Ironbeak Mercenaries' idea to do Krootoberfest, I was like, well, I guess I should do some more Kroot. I mean, I gotta support their Krootoberfest initiative, and I really wanted to get back to this Krootox because I'd started it years ago for Kit Bashember and had never finished it. So I was like, yeah, this is a good one project that I can work on for Krootoberfest. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one Kroot project. But then I also wanted to start doing the hobby streak thing, which is like you do some hobby every day. And for that, I found that painting was a really easy way to do hobby without having to get out all the sculpting stuff and putty stuff. So I was like, well, while I'm at it, why don't I paint some of those Kroot that I was working on for Adepticon? And one thing led to another, and I've been painting a buttload of Kroot. Let's put this guy aside for a second, so I can brag about my Krootoberfest accomplishments. This is the last episode of Krootoberfest. So when Krootoberfest started, get out of here. I had this guy, I had this guy, and I had this guy. I have 3 Kroot that are almost fully painted. They're pretty much fully painted. They're over in the case. So I had these 3 dudes. Where's the thing? Sculpting Live. So had these 3 guys when it started, and they were pretty much painted. I had to figure out their robes, so I did their robes during Krootoberfest. These 3 guys might have been kind of started, but they certainly were not as far along as these other dudes. They didn't have their armor stuff painted at all, but I may have kind of started some stuff on them. So I got those 3. They're coming pretty far along now. I would say they're not as close to done as these guys, but they're getting pretty damn close. So I've been mostly painting those guys during Krootoberfest. But then I went and watched Vince Venturella, who's a genius, and he taught me how to use my airbrush. So that inspired me to get back and start painting these Kroot dudes as well. So I got these Honor Guard dudes that I made. I'm really happy with them. Where's the other one? And there's the other one. The paint is kind of rough right now because I'm working. You can't see them anyway. It's too wide. So I got those guys. I got this leaping Mandrake dude with a giant axe that I'm really happy about. And then I've got... what? There should be more guys here. Oh no, I have to finish the one. And then I have these 4 guys that were made by Bits of Box to contribute to the Siege of Patch project. They're slinger dudes. They've got slings. And they're slinging Tyranid weapons back at them. And then I've got this beauty that was created by Hydra to stand in. I'm fielding my Kroot as Dark Eldar, and this is going to be Drazar, the Master of Blades. So Hydra made him, inspired by my like weird Mandrake Kroot Dark Templar idea. So same kind of dude. So yeah, this is all the Kroot stuff that I've been painting during Krootoberfest, which is pretty awesome considering all I wanted to do was this dude. So yeah, got some painting in. I'm actually going to miss it when Krootoberfest finishes because I just want to like keep painting on these guys. But I should follow my own rules and put them aside and instead paint Tyranids. Because I also primed that, if you've been following along, that Venom Cannon warrior that I made. I'll go see if I can grab it. Oh, I lied. One more dude that I airbrushed. This was made by Eat Drink Death on Instagram. So this is a Kroot dude who ate too much Tyranid and is starting to become a Tyranid himself. So I airbrushed him, but I haven't started painting him yet. So yeah, let's get these guys out of here. But I'm really happy with how these dudes came out. This guy's one of my favorite. Look at this badass halberd. They got their little gargoyle hats. Okay. I'm going to regret this later. And then, yeah, this is the guy that I'm going to be painting during mid-November, or whatever we're going to call it. Sculpting distance. So this is my Venom Cannon Warrior that I created. So you can see I primed him, like Zenithal primed him, black, gray, and white. And then I did like a Nurgle, what the hell is it called? Some Nurgly Plague contrast color from above. And I did like a green from below. And yeah, I think I might hit him with some more green from below. So that's going to be a Tyranid Warrior. So I'll be doing a lot of painting on him. And then eventually, I'm going to finish this guy and prime him up so I can paint him during November as well. Are you back?
Yeah, sorry. I had to bullshit with my coworker. It worked.
You had to bullshit your coworker?
No, we had shit chat.
Did you say it worked?
It's 10 a.m. Yeah, I love that miniature. It's so cool, man.
Which?
You did such a great job.
Which one?
The guy with the gun stuck to his head.
Oh, the warrior?
Yeah, I love that guy.
Thanks, man. I'm pretty happy with him. Oh, shit. I just bashed him on my light. Oh, no!
You just broke it?
Did I just break his head? As I can't tell, I think it's fine. No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. He had another tine here that kind of like went into the gun, I think. But I just snapped it off, and apparently we're not going to miss it. Look at that battle damage on the stream.
Do you need me to read the comments?
I haven't seen a comment, yeah. But don't do your thing where you read them really quick and I don't get any chance to respond.
Alright, I'm going to scroll up a little bit.
I
got a big one? Let's see if there's some big stuff.
David Hills said, is that a Cthulhu-inspired head? What was that for? Was that for the Lictor?
It's the Lictor head you were showing a while ago?
Yeah, that might have been it. That is a Venom Thrope head, so I didn't make it. It was, but yeah, I guess it's Cthulhu-inspired. Tyranids have, like, feeding tentacles, so it's inspired by their feeding tentacles.
Oh my god. Oh, David Hills want to know if you got your gin yet, Mr. Pink.
No, I did. I've told him that a couple times just now. I did not get my gin yet. It's not my gin, it's my wife's gin, but I have not gotten it yet. It's not a priority on my list, but I need to get on that.
I heard that only psychopaths drink gin.
What? Gin's pretty good. I guess I'm a psychopath. Okay, what else is going on?
Forest Bright wants to know, do you go by Mr. Pink here?
Oh, I think I answered those questions.
Oh, okay. I'll scroll down a bit more. Witty says, okay, for what I'm sculpting, so big stuff is kind of beyond my time scale. Resources at the moment. I could do a lictor or a horrible herbivore hive monster.
Okay, we've been through that. We've gotten down to Jacob Foster. I probably could have finished my
October entry. If the weekend wasn't for our hobbying, the whole weekend kind of sucks. Remember the feed set, Mr. Pink? Space Marine or modern synthesis desk can't hurt you. It isn't real. Space Marine or modern synthesis desk. Or female Marines, those Lady Sigmar warriors. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, my Marine. It's a Lady Marine.
Colin W says, hello, still in denial about the sex toy, I see.
Colin, welcome back, buddy.
There's any denial. There's no denial. Are you using water with the shaping tools? Nivea, Tristan. Never mind. Everyone's answering questions. Is the Kroot a for fun project, or is it going to be hit the table as something?
So I think I kind of just answered that question. So I think we're good on that.
Okay.
I was talking about...
I should just scroll to the bottom. Oh, Joshua wants to know if he's going to play against it at Adepticon.
Joshua? Joshua's on my team. Why would he play against me?
Play with it. Sorry.
What? Why is Josh asking these questions? Is he asking these questions of me?
I don't know.
Because he knows about my crew.
I must be... Oh, David Hill says, I must be mental then as gin, as I'm drinking... The gin I'm drinking is non-alcoholic. I just heard that if you're a psychopath, he drinks gin.
That doesn't mean that all people who drink gin are psychopaths. That just means that people who are psychopaths drink gin.
Good point. Jacob Foster says, Josh, schedule next Kroot Zoom. Thanks. I have discussion questions. Tom Wilson says, Mother's Ruin is another name for gin in the UK. Oh my god. I like that.
Oh, wow. Sorry, so I got confused about Josh. He said Krootox question is to Pink. I want to know if I'm going to play with it on the table at Adepticon. So Josh, I don't the Krootox in the list that what's his face made for me? Koska made. I don't have a Krootox. I asked him if he could put like a Talos in there or a Kronos, and that I could field a Krootox as a Talos or a Kronos. He didn't get one in, but I hadn't actually finished it before, so I didn't care. What the hell are you doing?
Filing.
It sounds like someone's speaking in tongues. So now that this guy is so cool, I definitely want to use this. So I will find a way to put this in my army for Adepticon.
It needs to be a Dark Eldar unit.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Talos or it's going to be a Kronos. The only problem is that he doesn't have a gun.
So you just shift some stuff around and get a Talos or a Kronos in there.
Yeah, the problem is he doesn't have a gun, though. And a Kronos, a Talos has to have a gun. So I thought about like putting a magnet in his back so someone could ride his back and shoot, but...
Why not just put a guy standing next to him with a gun?
Oh, that's a good solution. I like it.
We got a big one from Peter Hampson. Speaking of lictors, one thing I am working on is a lictor for my kill team. Need to photo him for Instagram, but I'm thinking of giving him the weird tiny dot eyes based on some Rob Solarillo art. Kind of like a gladiator helmet.
Oh, I remember it. I know the art you're talking about. That's good art.
What is the Krootox going to Canada Battlefield? Yeah, that's what we're going over right now. Nothing. Sorry.
So I'm trying to make like I put this pin in the head of the tyrant head on his shoulder, and I want to make it look like he drove a bone through it or something. So it's not just like a pin. It's just an annoying piece of sculpting. Again, as I've said before, sculpting onto pins is not easy because the putty wants to shift around.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, that looks like a cool like nail driven through his head. But honestly, when you leave a piece of copper like that bare, it stands out as something that doesn't fit in with the model. So you got to sculpt over it.
Yeah, it's too rectilinear. Like it's too perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make like a tapered bone that looks like it's like a spike that was drawn.
Blitz Mechanica just showed up.
Howdy, Blitz. Welcome to the stream.
Jacob Foster is recommending somebody buy some nids to play around with. A little scythe guy.
Yeah, you could do that for November.
Plague Bearer Flesh. What's going on here?
I'm also trying... That's the picture... That's the paint that I used on the warrior. If someone's answering for me. Because I was trying to figure out what that was. The contrast color. Yeah.
That bone looks awesome, man.
Thanks. Contrast Plague Bearer Flesh is my go-to now for my Gene Stealer cult and for my Tyranids.
But now here's the problem with that bone nail is that he's driving it through the head into his shoulder pad.
No, it's
into his shoulder.
Well, the reality is that pin goes right into his shoulder because it made sure this whole thing is actually attached to his body. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, he's hardcore. He doesn't fuck around, man.
Well, you're gonna strap him up, right? Put him all strappy and stuff.
I was thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Initially, I was too lazy, but I think that I can actually use the straps to hide lazy sculpting. So I'll be lazy in a useful way.
What about if the dude who's got the gun with him has it like tethered to like a sack of guts on his back?
What? Oh, so he's like feeding the gun off the back of the oh,
so
that's
he's
smart.
carrying the ammo, and
Smart.
the dude with the gun is just running around with the gun.
I like it. I like that explanation.
That's just if you need to cover stuff up on his back, but if you don't, you might want to just reveal it. And also, I appreciate the cloaca. I never said that before.
Good, as you should. It's yours.
My previous question was also confused, Nick. What Tyranid bioform should I crutify? Earlier said biomorph and made some confusion.
So like a crude version of a lictor? Is this what we're saying? Is that the question?
I think that's a different dude. Joshua Orneas wants to know what bioform he should crutify. I don't even know what that means.
Do you mean which genus of Tyranid, buddy?
Jacob Foster was alive.
What?
Nothing.
He wasn't live?
Yeah, he wasn't alive.
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure.
Okay, get the space out of here. Oh god, keep bashing things into other things. That's not good.
Colin Duffy says, have you seen a good reimagining of a Tyranid chest plate over internal organs, like on the Ancient Warrior
Oh,
models?
don't talk to me about those warriors. Makes me sad. They're so nice.
Blitz Mechanica, I built the
Wait, I need to answer that question.
Reapers.
Stop.
Sorry.
You're bad at this. Colin, I've not that I can recall, seen a good version of the old Tyranid Warrior chest plate over internal organs thing, but I would love to. So I think you should figure it out.
One on the Turbigon.
Turbigon? It doesn't have a plate
What's
over
the
internal.
big worm thing? What's the big worm thing?
Turbigon.
Yeah, why not remove its chest plate, sculpt the internal organs, and then make a rib cage over that? Because it's tall, so it'd be like a really good way to display it.
Oh, you're right.
Hunched over.
Good point.
Da-na-na-na.
That is a good idea. There you go. There's your Colin. There's your project. You're gonna sculpt it on a Turbigon.
And Kajan is suggesting a Trevigon crew. Trevigon is the worm thing, right?
Yes, but I don't know. That's big for. Oh no, sorry. No. Trigon. Trigon is the. Are you talking about Turbigon or Trigon? God, that's confusing. They're very close. A Trigon is a big snake. A Turbigon is the thing that births termagants.
Okay.
That's the mama beast. So if you're talking Trigon, I think a Trigon, you're right, would be a good thing to do that exposed guts thing, because it's a big model.
Another idea you should talk to David about. They're talking about Night Haunt Kroot.
Night Haunt?
Blitz Mechanica did a lot of work on Grimghast Reapers today. He's never done that many models sitting. Trigon is the big worm thing. Turbigon is the spawn mother. Come on, those names are way too close.
They are, you're right.
Y's, T's, G's, N's. Come on.
You're right, they are way too close.
The Krootox could count as a Ukraine avatar of the dead.
Yinkarn.
Trigon. You're thinking of the Trigon and Moloch.
I feel like what was I gonna say? That I don't really want to use. That's a good suggestion, using the Krootox as an Incarn, but isn't the whole thing with the Incarn that you need to like summon it? Like I feel like, who was it? Was it Oaka? Oaka did like this when he did his Kroot army. He had like a Elder Spirit or something, and he used the big Kroot from the Inquisitor game as like an Elder Spirit. So it was kind of like a Kroot Greater Demon. And I would rather do that for an Incarn than do this guy for an Incarn. Like that just feels like trying to find something to fill the hole. Whereas this guy is like he's Talos sized.
Yeah.
And like Talos,
he kind of makes sense. He's a bruiser, right? And that's what Talos is.
And like a Talos has like high toughness and it has high wounds, so I feel like that works better for me for the representing a Krootox, like a big Krootox like this guy is.
Are you making him a bracelet right now?
Yeah, I'm making like a strap for his armor.
A friendship bracelet?
Yeah, he's friends with the Tyranids he killed.
Nice.
On my other guys, I got late. Like on your Kroot Tyranid Hunter that I made for you, I like was very fastidious about putting like straps and like bindings and stuff on him. And when I decided that I was going to make a whole army of these guys, I'm like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. But on this guy, I feel like I should.
Yeah. Jacob Foster says, I originally was going to run Yonari, but it was confusing and didn't seem good for a small army.
I agree that Yonari is confusing. I really want Yonari to be cool because I want to have like a unified Eldar force that's like cool and stuff, but I don't know. I just find them confusing. God damn, these feet are not set.
This is kind of off topic, but have you seen the dudes that take the what are those bone guys from Age of Sigmar called?
Osiarch, Bone Reapers.
Oh, they take Osiarch little dudes and they combine them with Genestealer Cult and Vansar, and they make like a really cool kind of that body hugging armor, but like bony and kind of it's cool.
Yeah, someone's doing that for Sump. What is it? Sump Hammer? No, Sump Natural.
Sump Hulk.
Yeah, someone's doing for Sump Hulk, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob was talking about that on the stream last week, I think. That person.
I bought a bunch of zombies to put into Necromundas, and I'm going to try to make them like the Sump Hulk mushroom zombies.
Oh, are you following Grim and Gribbly?
Not really.
You need to follow Grim and Gribbly.
Much these days.
Oh, Grim and Gribbly's.
Follow much these days.
He's doing He's doing mushroom zombies, and he's doing a really good job.
Oh, Nick, here. Somebody commented. Guess who it is? I'll try to harness their energy. Cool, Eldar. That sounds off.
Is it Adam?
It's Eric Weir.
Oh, it's Eric. It's definitely one of the Weirs.
How dare you, Eric? Says Jacob Foster. Aren't they? Isn't it Wire, not Weir?
It's Wire. Yeah, I fuck that up all the time. Sorry, guys.
I joke. Eldar can and are cool. Eldar are/can be cool. Now I'm making a converted plastic sniper team, says Mark.
This is
okay.
bolt action?
David Hills is going to sleep.
Night, David. Thanks for joining the stream, man.
Eldar are the coolest race in the game. They are all suicide girls. Smiley face.
What's a suicide girl?
Wire. Night, David says good job. Oh, your pink thing is in our face.
It's too much. This is not. It's too much handle for this guy. I can't handle it.
Oh, some guy was saying that he buys corks and he uses to mount all of his things on. The one problem I have with corks is they're so light sometimes. If the model is a little bit heavier or too heavy, heavier than the cork, the weight of it wants to flip it constantly. So I took a cork and I embedded like an eyeball-sized marble in the bottom of a cork and covered it in putty. So I made like a weighted cork handle as well.
Smart.
Yeah, kind of smart.
That's
it's better if you don't know what Suicide Girls are.
What is Suicide Girls?
It's a porn. It's not a porn thing. It is a porn thing.
Okay. It's a porn thing that's not a porn thing? Oh my god, I hate the feet.
It's like a group of adult performers that are all tattooed and stuff. Adult performers? I don't know.
Okay.
Models.
In Japan?
Cam girls? No, it's, I don't know.
Oh.
Really, yeah. In Japan, there's going to be a bunch of tattooed girls doing...
Never mind.
Nudie shoots?
Never mind. I withdraw. Well, actually, they might get in for that. It's Japan.
Don't want to be responsible for corrupting your innocence.
I don't get the Eldar Suicide Girl reference. Okay, whatever.
Nope. That is clearly why you need to buy into the new GW painting handles in a big way. Oh, God. New GW painting handles.
Oh, is that the release we're going to talk about on the stream? Yeah, why? That was my response. I showed it to my wife, and like she makes jokes about my existing painting handles and how they look like butt plugs. And she's like, why is that so unnecessarily sexual?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can't tell you.
They steered hard into that sexual aspect.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Maybe because they're gonna do a tie-in that the new.
Don't talk about tie-ins.
They're gonna make. Okay, fine, but they're gonna do Hedonites of Slaanesh, and everyone's gonna be armed with one of those butt plugs. And so they're like, "See, we maintained the sexual aspect of Slaanesh, but it's only for those of you that are in the know." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. My only thing I could say is that if the new painting handle has a weight in it,
yes, that would be helpful because I've thought about drilling out the bottom of these and filling them with some kind of ballast.
Yeah. Ooh, Jacob Foster has one of those pink things in his drawer.
Oh my!
Next to the bedstand. Do you remember that radio character, Uncle Jacques or something?
What? Oh.
It was on the edge.
Oh, vaguely something is coming to me.
Oh, we thought he was so funny. Oh, the painting handle is ergonomic.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Emphasis on the nom.
So, Ornim has responded to the Suicide Girls thing, but because he used the word porny, it didn't show up. Now it's showing up.
Oh dear. Suicide Girls is pretty much a bunch of emo, a goth, and goth, totally non-porn models. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not porn. You're right. Really? They're not. Oh, so they're kind of Slaanesh-y. I still don't get the tie-in with Eldar, but okay.
Maybe because Eldar are vaguely Slaanesh-y?
True. That, yeah. Seems so.
Although the Eldar would not want to hear you say that.
Oh, did I tell you what my baby is going to dress up like for Halloween?
No? Oh, wait, let me guess. One
Mario.
Piece. Oh, that's why the
He's a
hat.
Mario. Yeah.
Did you teach him
Right,
how to say,
but-
Wah!
No, so we tried to do a test fitting yesterday, and he was not happy in the costume. He hasn't worn overalls in probably 6 months, and these are corduroy overalls, and he's just like, I ain't wearing this. And we're like, you're gonna have a bad time tomorrow, buddy, because today he's going to a cafe with Ikumina.
And he has to wear his costume?
Sorry, Peter. Yeah. Mr. Pink, I was looking at old articles on the blog, found the alt species gene stealer, Eldar and Orc. Love them. But I was wondering if you were to do another orc stealer, going a bit more fungal.
Fungal, eh? I never really cottoned on to the fungal part of the orc fluff. I don't know why. But that could be I feel like, honestly, you guys need to go on Instagram and you need to look up Grim and Gribbly. I think it's, if anyone can look it up and put the actual name into the chat, I think it's just the word Grim and then the letter N and then the word Gribbly with 2 B's, I think. He is doing an amazing an amazing gene stealer fungus cult. And I feel like he has got the fungus thing licked and I don't need to do it. I'm just bowing down to his brilliance.
We got a question. From Colin Duffy, how should I sculpt the chest plate? Should I do it over an object for stability and then remove the piece?
You could do that, Colin. What I would do is I would just sculpt all the organs in there and then do the chest plate over and around them.
But then you can't paint them easily.
Oh, well, I wouldn't think about painting because I don't paint.
Hmm.
But you're right. That would be challenging for paint. So yeah, Colin, you could you could do the old paper mache trick. You could do it on a balloon. I don't know if you got a balloon that's the right size and shape, but because then you pop it and you could get rid of it. Oh, you're a pro at this, Boyo. You tell him how to do this with your paper mache and stuff.
Sculpt your guts on the model, right? So you get your model, you Dremel out the chest, you shove a bunch of tinfoil in there, you sculpt your guts on there, make them nice and hard. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna buy some of that thermomorph plastic stuff, get it all melted down, and put a sheet over entirely the piece you just sculpt. Make sure that it'll come off, right? You pop it on there, make sure it's coming on and off. What you could do is coat the stuff you just sculpted with wax paper first, then drop the thermomorph plastic on there, and then make sure it's nice and thin but covering the whole thing. And then you've got a removable piece that should be in the relief of what you've the guts, and then you sculpt your chest plate on top of that thermomorph plastic, and then you remove your chest plate from the thermomorph plastic, and it should fit over the guts.
That is a good solution that I would not have come up with.
Perhaps. Or it's an overcomplicated one that only I could come up with.
You could also do it with something like wax. You could make you could get some wax and carve the wax into the rough shape, the rough convex shape that you want for the piece, and then you could sculpt the piece out of epoxy putty, and then you could melt the wax out, and then you would just have the shape around the wax, or the shape where the wax was. I don't know, because I don't know where to get thermomorph plastic.
It's everywhere. In Japan, you can buy it at the dollar store.
Fancy.
Grim and Gribbly, Jacob Foster, and Joshua Orneas were dropping the...
Yeah, check out Grim and Gribbly. He's got some amazing gene stealer cults based on fungus, and he's got a fungal broodlord, or sorry, fungal patriarch, and it's all for Sump Hulk. So if y'all are into Sump Hulk. He's also making some buildings for Sump Hulk. Oh, speaking of Sump Hulk and buildings and stuff, so Sleeper released this week that what is it? The gang hideout in Necromunda.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because of the way they painted it, but that model looked really janky to me. I was like, this thing is not nice. It is not a good piece of terrain. It looks it basically looked like the cardboard terrain that we used to play on, except made in plastic. However, the guy who designed it, Owen, I always want to call him Owen Patton. He works at the studio, and he's on Twitter, and he does the thing that Ray Dradenfield does, where he'll post things on Twitter, tips of how to use the terrain that he made. That terrain is so versatile, and seeing it through his tips, I think it's a lot better than I thought it was before. Like there's this really cool, like you can take, they have like a double door gate, but you can like, it's like a chain link fence gate, but you can like put like a single door gate, and
The
I don't
single
know.
door gate looks a lot cooler, yeah. Well, I think when I first saw it, the thing I thought was this is like a play set for toys.
It
And
looked like,
technically it
yes,
is.
I agree. It looked, no, but the
Oh,
quality looked Fisher pricey, but I honestly think it was the paint
yeah.
scheme. That whoever painted
Yeah.
it didn't do an amazing job. Well, I'm not
Well,
on the.
like
Okay, you got to tell me if
they
I'm
have a
not sculpting on
detailed.
the camera, man. I
What?
think I was off camera for a
Oh,
long
sorry.
time.
Sorry.
So there's a scrap.
They have an article on the Warhammer community site where they go about easy ways to paint it, and I think that's why it was painted that way, because painting terrain is kind of daunting. It's not the same as painting models. It's bigger.
Yeah.
It needs a different. It needs weathering and stuff. So they tried to make it do it in a way that seemed accessible, and
Yeah.
maybe it just made it look more childish. We got a bunch of comments popping up. Ornim says, I think they call thermoplastic Oyomaru in Japan. It's an awesome supply. I love it. Oyomaru is the stuff in Japan, but it's also sold in France in abundance. With Teeth has to go.
Bye
Kajan
With
says,
Teeth.
I bought another pack at the start of the month, and it's like a Japanese-French packing. Okay? Jacob Foster says, bye to With Teeth. Take care With Teeth. Bye With Teeth.
Bye With Teeth. I want to see your lictor.
You want some lick pics?
Oh my god, don't.
Sorry. Dick pics. Yeah. What do you think of the Necromunda guy that they just released? That's like a doctor, a plague doctor. He's got like one of those pointy nose.
He's fine. He just, I don't know. Like, honestly, he reminds me of what are the War Machine guys that I stole to make my homunculus out of?
Bless you.
Those dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what they're called.
Totally.
There's like War Machine guys who look a lot like homunculi, and that's what that guy looks like to me.
He looks like he was made out of plastic to me.
Yeah, I keep wondering when they're going to make those models in plastic and not in resin. But maybe that's like some weird, like, Games Workshop doesn't want Forge World, like, impeding on their territory thing. I don't know.
The weird thing I find right now is that, like, new releases for Necromunda, like the books, they're all being released digitally. You can buy them off of iTunes, I think. I don't know if House of Chains is going to be... House of Iron,
Yeah.
the Orlok one. I don't know if that's going to be released digitally, but up till now, they've all had digital releases, whereas GW's codexes are not being released digitally.
Did you see my thing that I posted about that inaccessibility?
Yeah.
I didn't realize this. I think maybe we talked about this on the stream. I didn't realize this, but there was someone who commented on, I think it was on Warhammer Twitter, about the fact that Games Workshop's not releasing their books digitally anymore. And he had a problem because he has a learning, do I say disability?
I think he said he has dyslexia.
You're the pro at this. Is it a disability? Is it a barrier?
Yeah.
He identified himself. Yeah, he said he lives with dyslexia, a learning disability, and he said that the digital versions are easier for him to read because he can like modify the size of the font and all that stuff, and that in the new Codex app you can't do that.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that I understand GW doing that to curb piracy, because what you can do is just download it on your iPad and then just screenshot every page and then take those photos and send them to all your friends, and they got the books. Okay,
you
great.
can even
you can
just send people PDFs, man. Like,
but also what you can do is you can buy a physical book codex, take that code, and just sell the code to whoever wants it, give it to anybody who wants it, and you're basically getting, like, if you're not going to use their shitty app. There's a bunch of questions I got to go over.
Yeah, but you can only do that once. Like, you can only share that code once. So I guess there's like a little bit of production.
It says, I'm going to get that YouTube ban for Brother Pink. Watch out. The Plague Doctor Mechanicus guy, I thought he was a Chaos model. Colin Duffy says, what do you think of Adrian Smith's art style on Tyranids?
Adrian Smith's art style on Tyranids. I should look that up because I can't picture it from top of mind.
Jacob Foster says, did y'all hear that a ton of Forge World models aren't getting 9th edition rules? Yep. The issue with new Forge World Army books is that they removed the rules for conversion-only models.
Ah, I gotcha. That's kind of what Games Workshop does, right? Games Workshop doesn't make conversion-only models anymore. They don't put them in their rulebooks.
Right. Well, also one of the problems with Forge World is that they were not really on top of rules for 40K. They make great rules they push out books with great rules for Horus Heresy. They push out great books with rules for Necromunda. When it comes to 40K, they're just like, ugh, just take it. We don't know, do whatever. It's super powerful. Okay, this one's underpowered. So I think trying to get Forge World into the 40K, it's never going to work because there's a disconnect between they make the models and then they need somebody over at the studio of 40K to figure out the rules.
Oh, to know what the heck's going on? Interesting. I had not considered that. Oh, this thing is just the pain in the ass. Okay, I'm just going to fuck with the feet. David's not here.
I wonder if
Jacob, not working right now.
If Jacob Foster is suggesting that I'm going to get a YouTube ban for saying disorder. Is that a sensitive word?
No, I don't know. Oh,
the Forge World rulebook is done by Krootox and his team. I don't know if he's over in the design studio or if he's
he's
a
Warhammer,
boy.
Games Workshop design.
Okay.
He's the guy who did the Tyranid Codex that everyone hated. He did a lot of codexes that everyone hated. I don't really know why. I don't play the game.
Well, that'll be good for Forge World.
Wait, so Colin asked what I think of Adrian Smith's Tyranids. I love the color scheme that Adrian Smith came up with for the 3rd edition codex, the dark Tyranids with the pink heads with the red lines on it. There's a bunch of people who do that scheme there's a couple of people who do that scheme on Instagram and they do a really good job of it. His stuff, looking at the stuff on Google Images right now, I feel like I like his older Tyranid art better than his newer stuff. He's really good at making Tyranids look all spindly and kind of insectile in that way. But I feel like, I don't know, his older stuff looks better than his newer stuff for me. Or it seems to capture the old 2nd edition Tyranid feel. How do you feel about it, Colin Duffy? Why do you ask?
Curtis is the lead designer for 9th edition.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I'm going to get banned for my Lictor pun for the lick picks.
Oh, okay.
Can that be a hashtag for your Nom Nom November?
Lictor picks or it didn't happen?
Show me them lick picks. Are you doing a Lictor during Nom Nom November?
I am not, but I should. Lictor is the model that I used to love, and then they came out with a shitty model of it, and I kind of gave up on it, but I've got a Lictor that Hydra gave me, and it was just sitting on my desk, and I kept looking at it. I'm like, that's a really good model. The new one? The pewter one? Or the newest one. I don't want fine crap. I want pewter. So I actually...
you could because you made your hell, and then you tried to sculpt a Lictor to match the one that was in that same
Actually, the Lictor was first, I think.
It.
I think I started the Lictor first, and then I made hell after. So yeah, I was thinking...
you could try it.
Yeah, finishing the Lictor or doing a Lictor. I was thinking of that. But I don't have the models for that.
Wait, don't you have that original pewter one that you're working on?
Yeah, I do, but I wouldn't want to use that. I want to use...
Why not?
Because I want to use a current Lictor. Okay, I've officially sculpted too much on this. I'm shoving my finger in old stuff.
Okay, put it down.
No, I need to finish the strap.
Can I get a put it down in the chat?
No, if I put it down, the stream is over.
Why? Just pick something else up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Show us some gang signs or something.
No gang signs.
Give us a tour of your workspace. How is it gonna? So is this gonna be your first winter in that workspace?
My first what? Winter?
Winter in that works. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude,
is it gonna work?
We they came and installed a radiator in it the other day.
Okay, it's gonna work.
Well, the radiator's not working now, so they got to come fix it tomorrow. Because they tied it into another
Colin
one.
Duffy says, I find Adrian Smith struggles with proportion on limbs, which makes his stuff excellent for chaos stuff. His nids have great elements to them, but they seem awkwardly shaped.
Well, I think for his nids, they feel more spindly, longer and sleeker than the typical Tyranids, which I don't mind.
Kajan is requesting you show us the thing we don't talk about.
Oh my god.
Why don't you pull out the box and take one single bit out of the box and show us the bit? Show us the bit. Can I get a show us the bit in the chat?
If people want to see the thing we don't talk about, I can show you a bit. But only if we get it in the chat.
Radiator. Oh, I think Joshua Orneas is criticizing the way you say radiator. Radiator?
Radiator? Radiator?
It does
They
radiate
put in a
heat,
radiator.
Canadians.
They put in a rad?
Everyone's complaining about how you pronounce it.
Why? What do we say? What did I
How did
say?
you pronounce
Radiator?
it?
They
Did
gotta
you say
install a
radiator?
radiator.
Radiator?
Radiator? Radiator? Radiator. I think I said radiator. Man, this is some high quality stream.
He said gladiator. Y'all misheard him. Every once in a while, they hit me with Canadianisms. Show us the bit. Yeah, Warning wants to see the bit. Show me the bits. Tom Wilson, show us the bit. Excellent. I have power, and it's gone to my head.
I like your Can I see the what in the chat?
Mr. Pink, I just had an idea of that skull on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Why not 2 more bone pins on either side of that horn at the front?
No. I think it'll
One
get
on
in the
either
way.
side? No? Okay.
I think it'll get in the way of the tyrant skull.
Okay. We got a lot of show us the bits.
Okay, I'll show you the fucking bits.
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people requesting bits. That's 33% of your viewers are requesting the bits.
Oh, you can see how many viewers there are?
I see 15 watching now. 5 people requested, and I did the math.
Nice.
Let's see if we can get 16 people. Let's see if Jacob Foster says you lead a whole room of children every day. Oh man, somebody knows what's going on with me. So show us the dangly bits.
No dangly bits. That's how we get banned.
I do lead a room of children, but actually, I've recently encountered a problem at my work. The youngest kids we work with, they're just getting like very preliminary English lessons, and they are, I guess, 3 and 4 years old. And there is one class that does not do what I say, and the moment that it happened, I like broke as a human being. I was like, they're not doing as I say. Something's wrong with them. Oh my god, they're a terrible class. They're not doing as I say. But I figured it out eventually.
How'd you figure it out?
Radiator. Jacob Orneas says it's pronounced radiator, not radiator, I think. Maybe that's because the Americans use ones that work with radiation, like nuclear power, and we use things that use
water, hot water.
Yes.
Yeah, we have little gladiators in there running around, keeping us warm.
Ooh. Blitz Mechanica shared a stream link on a Toronto-based 40K Discord server. There is a dude in Toronto, Mr. Pink, that I want you to talk to. He did this really cool kind of sail barge model. It's big.
Jonathan Ho?
And it's like... What?
Jonathan Ho?
Yes. Do you know that guy?
Yeah, I'm talking to him on Instagram.
Can you...
I don't know him.
On the stream?
I don't know him.
Can you know him?
I don't know him biblically. Okay. Oh, I'm shoving my finger in everything. Okay, before I put this down.
Jacob Foster says radiator. Radiator, because it radiates heat. Yeah, that sounds correct, actually. Radiator.
Okay, so I'm about to put this down. So let's get some close-ups. So that's the strap I'm doing across the back. I got some like little kind of rips and tears in it. Because let's face it, this Kroot is not taking good care of his shit. He's got another strap under here around his wrist, keeping that thing on. And another one over here, keeping that one on. These are very good ways to hide things on the model where you fucked up and you don't want people to see it. So kind of ugly parts, I'm kind of putting those over it. Like, for example, here I'd sculpted these muscles up top. And I have this bit down below that I want to preserve just to be like, see, look, I did use another model in here. But it was kind of ugly in here, so I'm just like, let's put a strap across that and hide that. I got to do a little more muscle here.
I like how you weathered the strap. It looks like worn leather.
Yeah, thanks, man. It came out pretty well. I've not done this very much. I don't know that I've ever done leather straps, but they're pretty straightforward.
Blitz McKenna shared the link for this stream on a Toronto-based 40K Discord server.
That's cool, but those people probably play the game, and I do not play the game.
Yeah. Also, sad news. Drunken Dreadnoughts is shut down its
oh, I know. I talked to Josh about it.
Podcast.
It's not shut down forever. He's just taking a break.
I know. He's figuring it out.
Because he's not feeling it right now. I actually wanted to see if I could get him on here. I don't know what I would get him on for, but he does make models.
Just drag his models out here and tell him you'll help him put it together or something for November. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Dude, those claws look so good. I thought you mangled those hands when you cut them off the model.
Oh, I replaced them. These are
Okay.
Tyranid bits that I just glued on the end. In fact, I need to reinforce them because one of them already fell off. And this is just like another Tyranid
Forest
bit.
Bright says she's Canadian and she says radiator.
Radiator. What did I say? Radiator?
Probably. But we call them rads, don't we?
Yeah. Well, that's what I call them. I don't
That's
know.
why.
Maybe our parents are
Yeah.
crazy.
Actually, no. I think we're correct and everyone else is wrong because
Yeah,
our
you guys are
father is
fools.
super old
And an engineer.
and an engineer. Please show us the bits. Come on.
Okay, fuck. I'll put this thing down. I'll put him on his base that doesn't work. With his mangled ass feet that I'm so pissed off about. God,
So how many people have actually seen these bits? There's you and there's me. Anybody else? Have you shown them your bits?
Yes. But people don't pay attention to where I showed them, so that's fine.
Cool.
Box of Mysteries. I should just leave it at this focus level, and then you guys can like see it like fuzzed out. Okay, here's your bit.
It'll take a second for the video to catch up.
Yeah, well, they're gonna see it when they see it.
I'm not seeing it yet either.
Yeah, well, you'll see it soon.
Kajan suspects that you've shown your wife your bits.
Maybe. That might be how I got her to marry me.
What? That's what it's in. This is not what I think it is.
What? What the hell are you
No,
talking
it is.
about?
It is. 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 Because I remember the box it used to be in with all the sprues and shit.
No.
Yeah, there it is.
It's got its own box now. There you go.
Ooh, can we get some name suggestions in the chat? What would
There's
you
the
name
thing
him?
we don't talk about.
Ooh. Oh, somebody says they think you've shown that before.
Not on Instagram.
This is an Instagram.
Not on Instagram.
So, any name suggestions? El Gigante from the critically acclaimed game Resident Evil 4. Oh, nice. Somebody
Right.
said, oh, nice, a dominatrix. How about Derek?
Derek.
With the Goliath miniatures I got, I made, what are they called? Sliver Guild, and I gave them all ridiculous names like Derek the Chain Lord, and Kevin the Shackleman, and Johnny the Pitfighter.
Okay.
Oh, somebody likes the nips. Nips.
Yeah, there's some nips in there.
What about like a dangling, like a nipple piercing with the Gene Steer Cult logo on it?
That's messed. Maybe.
Aww. Blitz Mechanica says you should name it Craig.
Oh.
Dwayne.
Okay, so since I can't touch my other model because I'm going to shove my fingers in it, I'm going to patch some holes on this Carnifex. And fun fact, Epoxy Sculpt is really good for gap filling. Because green stuff does this thing where it like expands and then it contracts. But Epoxy Sculpt does not do that. It will pretty much be the size that you sculpt it into without changing.
John says, you sure you want to mix up another batch of putty?
Quiet you. Be here all
Dangling
night.
Dave.
So what did people think of the
These
thing
are
we don't talk
famous.
about? Did anyone say
The
anything?
thing we don't talk about. Yeah, what do you guys think? Peter Hansen said, nice.
Nice.
And then Mark said, my eyes. Oh, nice, a dominatrix. But then they all started giving us names.
Dangling Dave?
Nice.
Oh.
Dangling Dave.
Whose Hive Tyrant is called Dave? Peter's Hive Tyrant is called Dave?
Is Peter Hampson. Peter Hampson is his Hive Tyrant is called Dave.
Kajan, I'm only mixing up this much putty. I think I can get through it. Famous last words. So the Carnifex is a beautiful model, but the kit is showing its age, so it needs some serious gap filling.
Everyone's saying Kajan loves the thing we don't talk about. Colin Duffy says the thing we don't talk about is excellent.
Thanks, friends.
It was cool, very gribbly. It's like a super patriarch.
Just maybe.
Just maybe. Kind of Promethean-esque.
Nice.
is this lesson at?
Trying to decide when you need to work.
Yeah, 12:45. I got millions of hours.
Millions of hours. Yay, gap filling. This is some primo sculpting action. Okay, so I got a question for people. I want all your opinions on this. I was talking to do we call him Ho Hobby Vices? Do we call him Hobby Vices on Twitter? He's the guy who does the. Do you know about Hobby Vices? The guy who does the Secret Santa.
Okay.
Do you know about him, Boyle?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And he like, what did he say? He was talking. He was mentioning Armies on Parade, and he was asking if people were going to do it this year. And I responded, and I was like, I didn't really think about doing Armies on Parade this year, just because I don't know if I can like compete with like internet competition for like the whole world, because like I just thought about the Golden Demon competition and how like when you're competing with the greatest painters on the planet, that's hard to win. But then I don't know how we got on it, but he said something about like using an old board and like entering an old board that you'd entered in Armies on Parade on before, and I was like, oh man, that I don't know, that seems like it might be like cheating or something if you use a entry that had previously won. But then I was like, well, let me check the rules, and I checked the rules, and it didn't say anywhere in the rules that you couldn't enter something that had previously won Armies on Parade. So I was wondering how people think about this. Like, can you, if you had an Armies on Parade board and you won at your local Games Workshop, say, would it be okay to enter it in the national event or the global event? Because that's like a different tier of competition.
Right.
What do you think?
Which board are you thinking of?
Obviously, Gene Stealer Cult.
Okay. Same models?
Yep. I mean, I can add a couple, but because it's kind of like the way I think of it is that when you do Armies on Parade in your local store, that's like the regional version. Yeah. But this is like the international version.
But didn't you win that?
No, I won some weird little competition that was only in the United States.
Oh, right.
And never ever registered on like Warhammer or anything.
Right.
They posted it about it on the Games Workshop.
What about this? That you put your picks up there, whatever, but you ask to be removed from the competition just so that you can get your picks out there, get people seeing it, and then.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to show the picks unless you win.
I see. Do whatever the fuck you want. Oh shit! People are commenting. I should read this.
Yeah, you should.
I do like the idea of Armies on Parade being internet based, and I see no reason why you couldn't enter it to a higher tier. Should be fine, says Peter Hampson. Oh, that'd probably be fine, but like the same board in the same competition, but next year would be weird, right? Joshua Ornate says, do it. Jacob Foster says, if it's just small time, then try to do it big time. It isn't a big deal. Colin Duffy says, Armies on Parade is about showing off your hobby. I think more people should be exposed to that particular piece of hobby. Yeah, fine, do it.
All right, thanks for your opinions.
Yeah, not my opinions, those are everybody else's opinions.
That's who I was thinking.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, what the fuck, who cares?
Worst case scenario, like, don't win, but...
But are you going to showcase your models that have third-party bits on them?
No.
You coward.
I am a coward.
Yes, you are.
Actually, I'd say I'm a corporate whore.
Corporate whore.
Because I want other people to see it, get exposure. I don't want to be disqualified. It starts November 2nd, and it goes until November 30th, I think. You emailed them in.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, do it. Add a few models. It is an army you are building.
It's an army I'm always building.
Oh, yeah. Paint up those Necromunda guys that you never finished. You don't have time for that.
I was thinking of adding the one dude that Tom made. The big aberrant. Because he's almost done.
big app. Yeah. So during Nom Nom November, are you going to be maintaining your painting?
That's why I wanted. That's why I was showing the warrior, and that's why I want to gap fill this Carnifex so I can paint him.
Right. Tom Wilson says, I was hoping for the Tyranid board with all the weird digestion pools and stuff, like the bioform made out of a yogurt pot. I think it's so cool.
Yeah,
Well,
actually.
you should cast that thing, eh?
So, who's that? Tom?
Yeah.
Tom, that is on the list. I got myself a hobby notebook. And in my hobby notebook, I decided to make a list of Armies on Parade ideas that I want to do. Oh god, you really can't see that, can you? Do.
Speaking of crazy ideas,
God, you still can't see that, can you?
Those digestion pools. Would you ever do that?
So, ideas. I have a Crude idea, I have a Tyranids idea, I have a Necrons idea, and I have a new Genestealer cult idea. So the Tyranid idea is the digestion pool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Doing like a bigger version of that.
But those old ones, would you ever cast those?
I would only cast the Mycetic Spores because I think they're the only ones that are good enough to cast.
I just think those yogurt pots, they're small, and the details on them, you could do it like a single pour casting and just pull something out of that pretty easily.
Maybe?
I think they'd be easy to do. Whatever.
They don't.
No big deal.
I don't know. I don't feel like I did a good enough job on them. Like at the time, yes. Now, no. Fuck.
Okay. The idea I recently had was we bug Accommodator's daughter, and we get a hold of that big thing, and instead of modding it, we don't touch it, but we measure it, and we make a digital model of it online so that anybody could print it out and make their own based off of that original armor cast sculpt.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still want to finish it for Ross, but
Pardon?
I still want to finish it like in Ross's memory, but
yeah. But think about this, that his model would be something anybody could access. Anybody could print off their own.
But that thing is so big. Like, how are they going to print that? I don't think that.
Stages.
I don't think that's realistic.
But like, think about it this way: like that leg, right? We measure up the leg, we get a digital version of it, and then on the digital version, we sculpt what we think should be on the leg, like those stuff. And then the way somebody would print it is they print the first 10 centimeters, and then they print the next 10 centimeters, and they glue those together, and they print the next 10 centimeters, then they'd have the leg. And then people use 3D printers to print full-sized droids, battle droids from Star Wars Episode 1. They print it in stages, right?
Really?
Do this part and glue these two parts. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's how everybody does it. Yeah, man.
Okay. I don't know.
For some reason, Jacob Foster says November 3rd is a bad day.
November 3rd is a bad day. What are we saying? Oh, it's the election.
Oh.
That's what he's saying.
Jacob Foster, there's ways for the big ones you do multiple stages. He's talking about my printing idea. But like the head on that armor cast Titan, like we could make a perfect digital copy size. Exactly.
I don't know if the head is even done. Like,
I think it is. That seemed to me the one thing. The head, one of the towers, and some other stuff. Because I think 3D printing also, you can make it a hell of a lot lighter than all that fucking plastic art and whatever.
Maybe.
Bondo. I forget what, actually, maybe if I just, nope.
It's an idea.
I
just want to finish it. Like, I don't want to fuck around with other stuff. I just want to do it.
Speaking of armor cast, I wish the old 28mm scale slugs weren't super rare. I could imagine the sluggy exocrine working as a sessile living gun emplacement / biofortification. Blitz Mechanica, I have the files for those droids. Jacob Foster, that'd take months. And Blitz Mechanica says election day, November 3rd. Ugh.
It's a very bad day.
Yeah. Very bad day. BBD. No, just do this.
What were we talking about before that? I can't remember.
Plans, your notebook, your hobby notebook.
Yeah, we're talking about armies on parade. What do people... did we already have this conversation? What do people think is going to be the Xenos Codex in the new year? What are your predictions?
The first Xeno Codex of the new year?
The first Xenos Codex in the new year. What do people think?
They released 2 images on their little Saturday thing, and they were weird.
I think we talked about
one of them
this.
looked like it was... Okay.
I don't know. I can't remember. I thought we talked about this, but I was postulating that those images are not necessarily indicative of what the content is. I think people are assuming that.
They're placeholder images.
They could be. Yeah. They could be. We don't know. But what do people think, or what do people hope it is? Like, what are you hopeful for?
Me?
No, you. Yes, everyone.
I hope it's an Alien Renegades book that you can bring in these alien renegades into any army, but you gotta because there's people who said that maybe it's like they're gonna update the Vespid, and anybody could take a Vespid crew in their army. Space sharks.
Oh, from that art.
One of the things that people said is that it helps GW maintain their hold on that license, right? If they we got people popping off. What did you say last time? Harlequins? That made sense. Somebody says Harlequins.
Well, we talked about that last
time. Jacob Foster guesses Harlequins. Kajan says, what? We sort of had the conversation, but since it was mostly me chatting last time, it would probably be a good idea. Everyone else chime in. I still think an Eldar Codex combining all Eldar. Josh Orne says Kroot. Jacob Foster says Xenos Mercenaries. Peter Hansen says Vespid, of course. Awesome. Kaijan says GW said it is not going to be a new army. Fuck.
They did?
But technically...
Oh, that's good to know. That's what I was expecting, but damn. But I guess it could still be a new models for an old army. Eldar.
Yeah, but also technically if it's something that was like a rogue trader offshoot had 1 miniature.
That would be a new army, I think. I think a Xenos, bounty hunters, whatever, would be a new army.
Probably Eldar, the least alien Xenos. The one thing I was thinking though is that honestly, the last codex that gets a 9th edition release will probably be the most powerful.
Oh, I don't really care. I just want new models.
Yeah, who cares? So if it's Eldar, I think it's a good thing that they're not releasing Eldar at the very end. That everything else can course correct.
You mean at the very beginning?
Overpowered. Yeah. They confirm no new factions for 9th. Oh shit. Okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, did you see? They've been talking about the Space Wolves, and the Space Wolves are getting a new unit, which is the Reavers, but their Reavers are special for killing psychers.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, new models for Space Wolves. That'll be great. Nope, it's the same old models with a few little wolf tail and talismans hanging off of them. It's like, what the?
And heads, right?
Okay. Blitz Mechanic said, would Necromunda get a codex? I don't think so. But
no.
Could it?
I think they would take those. They would take the gangs and they would do something like they did in Fantasy, Age of Sigmar for Warcry, where they took they're basically gangs.
All right.
And they rolled them into the Chaos Book.
Right.
So I think it would be like that they would make an Imperial Guard Codex, and then you could hire people from the cities. What's the word I'm looking for? Indentured or not indentured?
But the problem with that is that
conscripts.
You can't really, because the sprues of the Necromunda guys, there's so many random weapons on there. You can't have everybody armed. Well, some of them you could have them all armed with las guns, but it's really hard to take all 20 models you get in a sprue and equip them with one regular troop weapon. So instead, you're going to have this squad of 10 guys
with different guns. People have special weapons in squads.
But that's going to take forever. This guy's shooting his plasma. This guy's shooting his stub pistol. This guy's shooting his stub gun. This guy's shooting his... I don't know. Which would be awesome.
I think they could be a cool addition to an Imperial Guard force or something, or maybe some kind of weird Imperial Guard force.
There was a little bit of controversy about a new release that people are comparing the old Get Started Army boxes that were about $95, and the new ones, they call them Combat Patrols.
How much are those?
Same kind of stuff in the box. So the new box, they've compared two side by side. So the original was $95. I don't know if that's US or Canadian.
No,
the
I
new
think
one is
Canadian is
$140, and it contains one extra model, which is an apothecary. So to go from 95 to 140 and throw in an apothecary.
Sorry, did we not?
Everything else is the.
Did we not start this call by talking about the monolith that used to be $60 and is now $200? How are people shocked? How are people surprised by this? So it is the case that the start collecting boxes in Canada used to be $100 Canadian, and then they put them up to $120. So most recently they were $120 if you were buying them at Games Workshop. So that's crazy though. It's wait, what did you say? 140 Canadian? 150?
I don't know if it's for Canadian. It went from whatever it was. It went from 95 to 140.
That sounds like American. That sounds like 95 American to 140 American, which means that those things are going to be going for nearly $200 Canadian. They're putting their prices up straight up. Like they're doing it through new releases rather than just increasing the prices on old models.
I don't know. I think the funny thing is that people in the UK, they don't really see this because, they might see price
I don't know,
increases,
man.
but
I think they do.
They're not.
Let's ask our UK people. We got anyone here?
Like, proportionally, it isn't the same. We're not paying 20% more, and they're paying 20% more. They're paying 10% more, and we're paying 20% more.
Really? I did not realize.
If you do the currency conversion, they're never paying as much as we are.
Well, that's true, but that's because it's built there, and then they have to ship it to the rest of the world.
John is suggesting the new monolith is a lot bigger. I've seen pictures of the two monoliths side by side, and they haven't changed.
Are you sure? I do not believe that. Can you show me these pictures? Are you sure it's the monolith and not the Tesseract vault?
I'm 100% sure.
Show me.
I don't know where I saw it. I'll track it down.
Okay.
There's nothing new in that Space Wolf kit. They've just added existing upgrades for it, but they have new rules. So maybe what they're going to do is take that Reaver kit, and every faction is going to get a spicy Blood Angels version of Reavers, and a spicy Space Wolf version of Reavers, and a spicy Dark Angel version of Reavers.
They'll probably get
the Reaver kit is kind of lost.
Why do you think it's the Reaver kit? Why don't you think it's like?
What?
Why don't you think they'll get like a spicy something else? Why is it always Reavers?
Because that Reaver kit doesn't do anything anymore. They're going to be producing models that no one wants to buy. So if they start throwing spicy rules for each faction, they don't have to make a new kit. They just make new rules.
Can you explain to me what you mean by it doesn't do anything anymore?
They're just not very competitive, so no one wants it. They're again in the elites slot, and
Yes.
there's something with almost the exact same stuff that does better work in the troop slot.
Oh, okay.
Peter Hempson says the prices are going up, but much slower than the rest of the world. So in the UK, the prices are going up, but slower. But it's still proportional that the UK sees a 10% increase and the world sees a 20% increase.
I think that's what he's saying.
40% increase.
They're going
I have
up
no
and not
idea.
as quickly.
Necron never really interested me all too much, but I heard people claim the new monolith is like the souped up version. It's a cooler sculpt. It's a nicer model.
Beautiful.
But it's the same. I think it has more plastic. It does have more plastic, but I think the sizes are still the same.
I want to see this. I don't believe it until I see it.
Yeah. The monolith is the same size as the old one, but obviously a lot more complex. Yeah, so the old monolith was a box, right? You'd be putting the different sides of the box together, and boom, there's a big hollow empty space inside. The new one isn't a box, but it's still the same size, right? So it's got intricate inside bits and all over bits.
So what you're paying is a better kit, not a bigger kit.
Yeah, more plastic, but same size.
But isn't it like a Lord of War now? Whatever that means? Isn't that like an
know.
apocalypse thing? Or it used to be apocalypse thing?
I do not know. Oh, man.
Downside of gap filling with epoxy sculpt, not as sticky. Come on, you bastard.
True. But silty. Good old silty.
Oh god, I hate this. Oh, why do I have to fill gaps? Maybe I'll just do Vince Venturella's thing. He's like, get some sprue, dilute them in like super flowy glue, and just kind of paint that shit on, because this is annoying. I just need glass.
In Japan, they sell melted plastic in a glue like that. I haven't seen it, though. I've heard people talk about it.
Well, you can make it, so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Old monolith was 50 pounds. New one's 105.
Yikes.
Who has fun plans for Halloween? Wait. Stop. Force Sprite is asking who has fun plans for Halloween. What are your fun plans for Halloween?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Zero. I might go over to a random friend's house with my kid dressed as Mario, but I doubt it.
Is that because COVID or just you don't want to do
Yeah,
it?
partly because of COVID, but partly because Japan doesn't do nothing for Halloween.
Oh, right.
I think it was slowly creeping up, and then this year just squashed it.
Halloween was slowly creeping up on Japan?
Slowly getting... People were starting to do stuff, and now, like, the one thing that happens in Japan is that, like, people maybe 15 and up, they crowd this one area in Tokyo in costumes and go ape shit. That's it.
Oh,
One
okay.
street. I don't even...
Harajuku or somewhere
I don't know
else?
if they're going to do it this year. What?
Not Harajuku, somewhere else?
I don't think it's Harajuku because it's Tokyo. Like, Harajuku's outside of Tokyo. It looks like it's just like right off the main drag of Tokyo. Sorry, what are your plans?
I'm going to Forest Sprite's wedding.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She was doing a plant there.
My buddy is also getting married on Halloween.
Nice. In Japan or elsewhere?
In Canada. I'm not allowed to say who it is because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, Forest Sprite's getting married.
You watched the last episode of Battlestar Galactica with him.
Wow, he's getting married?
He's been getting married for the past year and a half.
There's a lot of people that there's a lot of people that we watched that episode with, but I'm pretty sure I know who you mean.
What?
The last episode we watched at that cottage. Didn't we? At that person's cottage up in Beaverton?
No. When it aired on TV, you just randomly showed up at his house, and I couldn't go there because I had to work.
Oh, shit. Okay, I definitely know who it is. That's awesome.
Anyways.
I'm glad they worked out.
I remember a tactical squad was like 14 quid, and a metal box knot was 20 quid. We're not allowed to do anything really because of COVID. Kids can't trick or treat, and we're not allowed to go to other households. What I was thinking is that what everyone should do is say, listen, nobody does Halloween this year. Next year, whatever day Halloween falls on, that is a holiday. No one has to work.
Cool.
So we'll make a good Halloween next year. Yeah.
I like that.
From then on, it could be a holiday. Have that guy neighbor who bought all the inflatables from Home Depot and put them on his lawn. Nice.
Oh, we had someone like that get their inflatables stolen in our neighborhood.
Kajan says they have a super version of Halloween called Carnival. It's dressing up for the whole week.
Is it a holiday though?
Forest Sprite. Yeah, we're limited with social distancing this year. Yeah.
Yeah, Forest Sprite's trying to get married with like 10 people because social distancing. Not ideal.
What you just said sounds like she's trying to marry 10 people.
Forest Sprite is trying to marry 10 people. They're all in her bubble. It's okay. Okay, I'm like totally running out of things to do.
The thing I was saying though is that with the price increases, it feels to me that like in the UK they do a slight increase and everyone's like, oh, you guys increase a little bit, fine. And then that's their core group of people who support the company. And then if the price goes up even
you think so?
20% outside of the UK.
Do you have any proof that most of their clients are in the UK? Because that's certainly how they started, but now they're a global company, and I'm wondering if like the United States is way bigger than the UK, but I don't know if it's bigger for Games Workshop.
Geez. Steam died? Kajansa thinks your Steam died. Dead, Jim.
Stream died? What?
He's had them up since September. He made a haunted house on his lawn out of a packing skid.
Are you still seeing the stream, Boyle?
I am.
Okay. I don't know why Kajan says stream died. Oh, maybe I'm not.
He thinks France went down to lockdown until December.
What? Who said that?
Mark says, ain't France went into lockdown till December.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's amazing. Good on France. We're doing this like half-ass thing here in Ontario where our premier like has cherry-picked the businesses that he wants to shut down. And probably all the businesses of people he knows are still open.
Fuck.
But like restaurants, because there was a lot of kind of outbreaks happening in restaurants because people weren't being careful. But then he also closed down gyms, and apparently there hasn't been any outbreaks at gyms, and like the gyms are pissed. But I don't know. So like there's a lot of pushback because it was just our city, Toronto, and like our area was pushed back into like a higher level of lockdown. Like we can still get around and stuff. It's just that the restaurants, you can only take out from restaurants. You can't eat in.
Right.
And you can eat out on patios. But if you know Canada, it's friggin' cold right now.
It's cold.
Yep. You don't want to be on patio. So yeah, that was fine. But then he's like, oh, we might have to do that for more areas. And then all the areas outside of Toronto were like, no, don't do it to us.
Germany's going into lockdown next Monday.
They are?
Yeah.
Simon will be thrilled.
What?
I said Simon will be thrilled, although he might have to still teach. If he doesn't have to teach, he'll be thrilled.
Spoken like a true teacher.
As you know.
Yeah, Japan doing nothing still. Cases are going up.
Oh, they are?
Hakodate has 9 cases, and they were at 0 for quite a while.
9? Dude.
Yeah,
Ontario got over 1,000 this week.
We're getting pretty close to 100 in Hokkaido, I think. Sapporo had, I think, about 40.
Wow, okay. Yeah, Toronto had like 300 and something. Maybe 400.
But, like, I think what it is reporting. The different recording and reporting, right?
What do you mean?
People here won't report or record or whatever. They'll just gambare, right?
Okay.
There's 40 cases of reported, and then there's probably like 200 of gambares that no one's reporting.
Oh, that's not good.
Whatever. It's Japan.
It is Japan.
It works until it doesn't. Kajan says the teacher union is demanding that schools remain open in Germany, but with smaller classes. That's cool.
That'd be cool. Well, that's what they tried here, and our government went, fuck you, no.
They said, did you just say class sizes? Kiss my ass.
Yeah, exactly. It was good. A lot of the teachers here were like posting like their classes, and they're like, this is what my class looks like. These are all the desks that are going to be full. Please tell me how I'm supposed to do social distancing.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been like...
One thing that I say in Japan is that I'm teaching 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, and those kids wear masks the entire day. They don't give a shit. Especially in English class, because they get away with not doing anything.
Oh, no. Yeah, in the French classes here, they tried to make a thing where like they were doing the French classes outside so that the kids could see the teacher's mouth moving. Because you need that to learn language. But your kids are totally using it to...
masks that we can use.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
But I don't like using them anymore.
Why?
Your spit hits it a lot, and then you're like...
Oh, gross.
You're dripping. And you're like, I'm disgusting.
Ooh, that is disgusting.
Hotel and restaurant units already sued against lockdown.
Where?
In Germany. In Germany.
Sued against. Interesting.
Oh, hotels. Bloody poor hotels.
Yeah, man. What are they going to do?
In Japan, they had a go-to travel campaign where hotels, you'd get like 30% of what you spent on the hotel back.
And the government paid for it?
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, but Japan's good at that shit.
It's kind of stupid. And Japan does things weird where it's like you're getting points. Maybe your stream is dead. Nobody's commenting.
But you, I thought you said you saw comments. No, I'm seeing comments. Hotel and restaurant union sued. Oh, I gotta go to bed. And I'm just sculpting like shitty ports on the bottom of my Carnifex for Canon. So I think we've exhausted our sculpting for tonight. So thank you for joining the stream. I feel like this was random. We got some good Kroot stuff in, sort of, maybe, kind of. But I do enjoy the banter. I always kind of am hard on myself to make the stream interesting from a sculpting perspective, but maybe it's interesting from a banter perspective. So hopefully y'all had fun. Thanks for joining. It's good to see all y'all. And yeah, we'll do it again same time next week. We might...
Blitz Mechanica posts a cat popping out of a box.
Okay, so clearly the stream is still live. Jacob and I are going to try and mess around with OBS stuff possibly tomorrow night, so there might be like a weird stream going on that is just us messing around. I don't know if we have to actually stream it for people to see it. But yeah. Definitely see you next Wednesday, and it will be Nidnom November. So bring your Tyranid stuff, because I'm going to be working on Tyranid stuff, and it'll be fun.
What are you going to do in the base there?
I don't know. Well, because I use these painting handles now, the base is just something to put the painting handle on.
Okay.
So I just like barely glue them on,
something.
and then later I make a real base, because this is not the right base for a Carnifex. It's way too small.
Okay. We got Night, everyone from Gajan.
Night, folks. Thanks for being on the stream. Be safe. Stay well. Oh, next Wednesday we can talk about the aftermath of... Oh, wait, no. Or is next Wednesday the election? I don't know. God, Jacob, I hope you're still there next Wednesday. I hope you survive, buddy. I think you're
Wednesday will be fine.
Is he one of the only Americans on the stream?
Techo Kickstarter. Oh shit, the Techo Toys Kickstarter failed.
Well, we knew that was going to happen, didn't we?
Yeah, I think he. I don't know. I could talk for hours about what he did wrong.
Oh man, that's time for another stream.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be getting your Kickstarter soon. Your
Ooh.
what's it called? BattleTech, whatever.
Yeah, the Clan Invasion Kickstarter.
So maybe we'll do that on a random other stream that isn't like the normal stream, a bonus stream.
Okay. Next week for you would be Tuesday and Monday. Look, Monday I'm not working at all.
Monday you're not working?
Yeah. That's the 3rd.
No, that's the 2nd.
The day
The 3rd is the Tuesday.
What? Oh, for me it's Tuesday.
No,
But
dude,
it's
the
Monday.
dates
The
are still the
Monday-
same. The dates are still the same, even though you live in the future. Sorry, so when you're
Thanks.
saying...
Mark said World War III next week.
Good God, please no.
Yeah,
Oh.
thanks. That's Peter Hampson.
See ya. Thanks, friends.
Hampson. Bye, guys.
We'll figure out another stream, but we'll definitely do next Wednesday. We'll do next Whip Wednesday. We'll be doing Tyranids. Bring your Tyranid questions.
I don't think I'll be here.
You won't be here, so I'll try and find someone else. Maybe we can try and strong-arm Kajan into doing it, because he's a Tyranid person.
Yeah.
Or Peter Hampson.
Yeah.
But I can't remember where Peter is. I need a Tyranid person to take over for Brother Pink. Night, Eric. Thanks for joining the stream, man. Eric, I haven't watched any of your Blood Bowl streams or Blitz Bowl streams, but I promise I will soon. But yeah, if someone wants to be the Tyranid person on next week's stream, send me a message on Twitter or Instagram, hanging in for Brother Pink. I'm looking at you, Peter Hampson. I'm looking at you, Kajan. I'm looking at Colin. I don't know if Colin's still in the stream because Colin is like super Tyranid dude. Yeah, but if anyone wants to sit in for Brother Pink, I would appreciate it. So let me know. And I will see you all next week when it will be Tyranid November,
bro.
and hopefully it's okay. Bye, bro. Thank you for doing this.
Bye-bye.
Say hi to your kid and your
gotcha.
wife for me.
I will.
And have a happy Halloween, even if it's just Mario over at your friend's house.
Or me trying to keep my kid in his Mario costume.
That too.
If Irvin isn't burning, it should work. Oh, that's where his partner is.
Yeah. Hopefully. Oh,
Got it.
God. She's in the States. I forgot. All right. Talk to y'all later. Good stream.
Bye.
Thanks, friends.
Yep.
Bye.